Good evening, Sky and Caitlin and Carolyn and Just Jess and Miss Candy and JMC and Eva and Kate and Christina and Tato and Munted. Hello, Sandy. Hello, It's Really Me. Hello, Beat Borp. Hello, One. A pleasure, as always. Hello, honey. Unicorn Blow. Nixter. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are on this beautiful planet. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another ad hoc live stream. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Now, I will say this at the very top of the live. For those of you who want my initial reaction to the dumpster fire live stream that Ambie Lynn Reid hosted today, please feel free to boot back one live stream. I have watched Ambie's My Last Day live stream once already. This is the second go around, or a second pass, as we've called it. Because I feel like in the moment, I was in shock. I was in shock. It was wild. It was too much. No, it was just the right amount, but it was too much. It was too much. And I was trying to say things and I was speaking over people and too much. So what we're going to do, because I've got the time today, we're actually going to be rewatching the content for the second time today, which is fine. I mean, we all do it. We're guilty. It's fine. And I'm going to try to unpack it a little bit more thoroughly. We're also, the reason why I've pinned one with the pin of shame is because Lottie passed on Ambie Lynn Reid's first mention of Auntie Lynn, which is a piece of content from January 19th, 2024, entitled 100 Days of Movement, Day 6, where she speaks about her relationship with Auntie Lynn. And I feel like kind of as time goes on, specifically like compilation and clip show channels will likely do a like Auntie Lynn's mentions through the years. But I thought this was a really good place to start for context. You know, it's 12 years ago. Oh my God, Ambie, get help. So we're going to be watching that, and then we're going to go move into My Last Day, where I didn't get to watch the first half an hour anyway, because that was before Auntie Lynn came into it. Chat, what a mess. What a mess. Zen, thank you for the super chat, honey. Zen says, I was watching your first round while at work and was so gagged. I'm so glad I was alone in the office so no one could hear me gasp. Girl, stationary cupboard. We'll all meet there. Thank you for the support, lovey. And Cats Away, thank you for the super chat too, honey. Cats Away says, oh my God, I just finished the first one. Oh my God. See, this is also a really good format because now those of you who have already watched it, if you don't want to hang out and talk about it more, that's fine. You don't have to do it here, but you can if you want to. I know I want to. This is one of those, like, it's almost like Cuba Rage, but less offensive, you know? Like, I feel like if I were tasked with a 12-hour live stream, this piece of content would be part of that. Should we do a 12-hour live stream someday? Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'd need big, shocking, bombastic pieces of content to watch. And, like, Cuba Rage is that, but it's also, like... It's also kind of gross. And also, who's Foodie Beauty? Who's that? We don't know her. Oh, not 2024. 2014. Sorry, that was my bad. I'm bad at math. So... Pardon me. We're going to get started. Hi, my name's Zach. Lovely to meet you. If you're new, and thank you very much for returning. If you are coming back, I'm not a mental or physical healthcare professional. Just a guy who loves weight, talks about things on the internet, watches way too much of too many people. I'm also not here to bully, shame, hate, harass, or humiliate. Just here to talk about the produced monetized content that we see here on this platform, because it's all about what choices about what we say, choices about what we put on the internet, choices. Sassy, lovely to see you today. Hello, Kelsey. Foodie hoomst. Chat, just a reminder, if you want my initial reaction to the live as it was initially occurring, feel free to boop on back to the Snipe live stream. This, we will be unpacking, dissecting, talking a little bit more thoroughly. If I talk too much for you, I totally understand, but I appreciate those of you who like to hang out here regardless. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's get to. This is 100 Days of Movement, Day 6 from 2014. Her editing did not get better.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Day 6 of my 100 Days of Movement. Okay.
Ambie Lynn, 12 years ago. How wild. How wild. How wild to have been doing this for 12 years and to just suck at it so bad.
Okay, honesty time, honesty time, honesty time.
Uh-huh.
Honesty time. I woke up. Okay, let's scratch that.
Oh, an edit? A sound effect? We do not get treats like this anymore.
Few days now, my hip has been burning. I have had really bad hip pain and I've had a bad back for a while now, and I'm afraid it's coming back because I'm doing a lot more movements than it's used to. And it's hurting, I gotta be honest.
It's almost like she's pronouncing words correctly here. Wild.
Hurts very easily now. It's kind of scaring me, but...
Not her neck, Carolyn.
I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna have to tell everybody, the whole universe, that I can't do the elliptical today. Upon pondering and coming up with the biggest excuse and the greatest excuse of my back and hip, I couldn't find, the right way to word it, and I honestly...
Ravine? Is it Ravine? Raven. Jared Cherries. Raven, thank you for the super chat, honey. Raven says, God, she looks like an entirely different human. She really does. I can kind of see the eyes. Ish.
Didn't know how...
Look, and age comes for us all. I get it. I look very different to 12 years ago, but like...
I was gonna let everybody down. I didn't know the words I was gonna use. I didn't know the, exact excuse I was gonna use. But I knew I was about to let everyone down, including myself. I decided to plop myself on Facebook, and I
Plop.
noticed my aunt.
Here we go. Here's the mention. Here's Auntie Lynn's shout out. Shout out.
I decided to plop myself on Facebook, and I noticed my aunt tagged me in this picture where it says, if you love your niece, tag her. And on top of that, in my aunt's own words, she expressed to me how proud she is of me.
This was the Crystal era. Yeah.
It was like it was fate, almost. The fact that I was ready to quit my 100 days of movement so soon on day 6 because of a little, back pain that I can fight through. There are people in war. There are people out there starving. There are people, homeless people, that are out there in below freezing temperatures. And I'm not going to get on the elliptical because my back hurts. Yeah, that's a big excuse. I know my aunt is watching this, and I just want to say thank you so much. It was meant to be that you inspired me and motivated me all over again, and I appreciate it so much.
Do you hear that, Tammy?
And on top of that, you guys, I just thought you should know, I do have a lot of family members, but for some reason, my aunt is the only family member currently in my life, and that is talking to me, and she talks to me every single day. She watches my videos, every single one, religiously, and she's been there for me, and I appreciate it so much because sometimes you just need that, family bonding, and I'm really glad that I can have it with her. So...
Whoo boy!
Day 6, here we go.
We're about to watch some of that family bonding. We're not doing it on... Wait, did she name the elliptical machine? I think she did, didn't she? 10 points to whoever could remember the name of the elliptical machine. Clarence? No. Florence? No. Nancy? Never mind. Anyway, it's fine. Nora! Well done, Lottie. 10 points. All right, so that's the first mention of Auntie Lynn. Let's see whether or not that energy holds true. It doesn't. It really doesn't. You guys, this is so messy. It's so messy, Lynn.
All right.
Oh, not me. Her. Chat, if you haven't watched this yet, if this is your first time viewing, make yourself a cup of tea, put some comfy socks on, dim the lights down to we don't believe in big lights here. Well, there is one big light, but that's because this needs to happen. But we don't believe in big lights. Put your small lights on, light a candle, put some incense on, get a foot spa going. Oh, girl, this is cathartic. This is self-care. Not for her, but for us.
Let's get this thing ready. Of course, Ando's first. Okay. Oh my God, I haven't turned on just members yet, and someone just said, "Hey, chubby." I'm dead. Okay.
And not 4th time. It's just been playing non-stop.
I'm about to change it. Don't worry. Okay. We good? I did it? Okay. Yay. Alrighty. Hello.
Thanks,
How are
Emily.
you guys?
I appreciate it. I feel like the first time I watched this, I was just like... it was just an hour of me like in shock.
Turn that shit to live chat. Don't forget, because it's always on top chat for some reason. Um, Everett, hello. Oh my God, Corky. I know what your name is. Like, I'm not dumb. But do you like how I call you Corky? Like the little nickname. I mean, your username does say Corky Love, but like,
Can a head be so fat that it like compresses the neck? I don't mean fat in like an offensive way. I just mean like does the neck get compressed after years? I feel like it does. Chat, do your stretches, find your posture. Oh yeah, that's good. No, don't get whatever Ambie's got.
never mind. Hi, Ali. Josephine. Okay. Oh, last day, that is ominous. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I have the literal hardest time coming up with titles. Like, genuinely. Loving the plum color? Thank you. I don't know what that was. First time live watcher, how was your week? My week's been really good, and thank you for the super chat.
Check, hello. Thank you so. Also, chat, can I just say before we get too deeply into this, for those of you who have watched the first stream already, thank you guys so much. You don't like I don't say it enough. I am so lucky, and I appreciate you all, and thank you for the support, and thank you for watching the nonsense. And Ambie and Tammy, actually, thank you both for just all of this mess. But chat, thank you guys for hanging out. You make it really fun, and I appreciate you all.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was.
And imagine if we weren't doing this, like I don't have people in the real world who know what a mukbang is. Who can I talk to about Ambie and Reid? If not, friendly pixels on the internet.
Remember when I said the sympathy bone comment and I was wearing my Soli costume? Listen, I was gonna wear that because I ain't got my sympathy bone today. I'm sorry, this is newly on my mind because holy shit. Okay, Yo Mama has like disappeared because he's over on like the lolcow bullshit. So he's barely on his Yo
Ambie, you're a lolcow though.
Mama channel, and he went there today, right? And he talked about the narc alert, and I'm telling you, I knew none of this. My jaw is on the floor.
I have not been keeping up to date. If I've missed gossip on the internet, feel free to let me know.
Floor type deal. Do you guys know about it? Do you even care about the boob shimmy on Maine? What does that mean? Yeah. Wait, why is my chat glitching?
I have seen Ambie's TikTok where it seems she's fishing for a new feeder. So Tommy Salami must be fully out of the picture now.
My makeup is bomb today. Thank you. Yeah. Sometimes I can like experiment. Can you tell us about the dance team Space? So the dance team wasn't called Space. It was actually the company. It was in Upper Lake, California, like around there. Because my group home was actually in Upper Lake, California, which was a very small town. And I know it was in Lake County somewhere. But yeah, it was just like hip hop dance. We would put on shows in front of like large audiences. And yeah.
Was that the dance company where you were an award-winning, I can't even say the word the way she does, choreographer? Choreographer. How does she say it?
Anna.
Choreograph. I think she forgets a sound. Choreographer?
This Tammy coming on soon. So the situation be a little like this.
She does say it like that. Oh, good. It's not just... Okay, that's a core memory then.
First I want to say...
Lead choreographer.
I want to start off the boring part because for me it's not boring, but for you guys, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm so bored. Why are you reading this? Okay, so someone messaged me on the good old, what's it called? Instagram. You sound much better. Yeah. Okay. So someone messaged me on Instagram, right? And I want to read it to you guys.
She skips an O. Choreographer.
Where is it? Okay. I'll try to find it. Is this one it? Yes, okay. Obviously, I'm not going to say the username. Okay. Enticing lawsuits. Hello, hello. Welcome to Stream Queen's Mini.
Do you know what's so funny? I'm watching at this speed. It's so bizarre how terrible her audio is. But when Tammy Lynn, like, clocks in, it's like... It's like the audio gods just descended and said, no, you know what, Auntie Lynn, we're gonna make sure everybody hears every single word you have to say.
Hello, hello. Okay. Okay. So this person said this, right? On Wednesday. Hey.
Ambie should have been on your So You Think You Can Dance chat. You're right.
Hey, you said you've been getting a lot of these messages, but I've been thinking about the situation almost non-stop and wanted to chime in. You're 100% right. This situation is insane. Like others have said, I always haven't been on your side, but I've been watching you for 9 years. That's a long time. So I've seen you lie and then admitted it afterwards. And this is clearly not one of those cases. Anyone not taking your side in this is blind. Anyone
Oh, so she's reading out a message someone sent her on Instagram, one of her butt kisses.
who believes that this is okay for an aunt to be talking about her niece to a hate-based reaction channel is mentally unwell.
And just keep in mind, Auntie Lynn is sitting back on a recliner somewhere watching this on like a Gen 2 iPad, presumably, with like the headphone jack. God, I miss the headphone jack. Shout out to headphone jacks. Again, I said this in the previous live, but I honestly thought that Ambie might take a moment after the interviews with Auntie Lynn over the last week to maybe like try to have a conversation with Tammy, but I don't think that actually happened at all because here we are talking about Auntie Lynn.
As she is. Her story isn't even making sense. And the fact that you can call her out on the lies before she even makes them up is proof that obviously this is a pattern for her. Sorry, I'm not reading any of comments or anything until I'm done with this.
Oh, the other thing I was going to say, I said in the previous live stream that Ambie Lynn really does, outside of family drama and how that's affected her, I suppose, Ambie Lynn does kind of walk away from this with a sense of victimhood and coins in the bank. Just remember that as we go through the stream. She had every opportunity to hang up or end the live and did not. So as much as entertaining as it is to watch the barrage, which we will get to, Ambie Lynn Reid gets to utilize this experience and play into a victim argument as well as make some bucos dollars.
We have a sworn ex who's trying to talk their ex-partner like it's weird as fuck. Oh wait, they're trying to talk bad about their ex-partner. It's weird as fuck. I feel so bad that this is happening to you, and I can't help but feel like she timed it to line up with the whole Tommy drama. Ew. So I think it's so telling that Tammy couldn't even get on board with the conspiracy that you let Rarity out. The fact that Jordy brought it up and your aunt clearly hesitated and started stuttering, like she couldn't even bring herself to accuse you, because even though she was throwing every other accusation in the book at you, she still knew that one was far too fetched.
Nicole, thank you for rejoining the channel as a member, honey. Appreciate it.
That said a lot to me. I also have BPD and CPTSD, and I have done some wacko, nasty shit in my past because of it, and I would never, ever, ever hurt my animals. People, though, unfortunately, sure. My pets, never. So I understand your position here, and how
has Twinkie's nails been clipped by any chance? Chelsea, thank you so much for gifting 10 channel memberships. I appreciate it, honey. Thank you for your generosity. Chat, if you received a channel membership at this point in time, enjoy your buttholes, and please make sure you thank the fabulous Chelsea for the gift.
BPD plays into the situation. Crazy how people point out all of the symptoms of your BPD that you have, and then they turn around and deny that you have it. There's absolutely no nuance to these people, and it drives me nuts. I'm sure it does you. But they're all probably 15 years old with an IQ of a...
Can I just say, if anyone is an Ambaby in the chat and doesn't like me or my opinions, you don't have to be here. It's fine. If you're entertained by my opinions and you don't agree with them, that's also fine. But like, if this causes you distress, you don't have to watch. It's all right. I laugh at these people. If you're not laughing at me or with me, I'd prefer with, but at's fine too. At least bring some joy out of the things that you watch. Don't do it out of some weird like white knight mentality, because that's weird. If you want to go watch, if you're pro Ambie, feel free to like just hang out there. It's fine. You don't have to be here. Cats Away, thank you for the super chat, honey. Cats Away says, real talk, your good mood puts me in such a good mood, and that puts my dog in a really good mood, so thank you for making both of my day. You're welcome, honey. Thank you for the support. I hope you guys are doing well.
75 and an underdeveloped frontal lobe. Sorry for the wall of text, I'm a yapper. So I replied in capital letters. I was like, can I please read this out loud in my next live stream? I will keep your name private and everything private. I just literally love everything that you were saying and appreciate it so much. So then she replied,
after Ambie has told her audience how much love and support she receives privately in like Instagram DMs and stuff, I'm surprised she's never really read from them previously, but I mean, first time for everything, I suppose. Sounds like Amber wrote this. Sounds like her best friend ChatGPT wrote this.
Okay.
Did Alexis ever meet Tammy? No, they weren't ever in the same area, were they?
And she replied, hell yeah, dude, go for it. Hopefully it'll get through some people's thick skulls, because I know a lot of them hate you literally just for the fun of it, and it's unfair. Good luck with all that shit. I just know Tammy is sitting at home with her... Sorry, this part was kind of... So I'm gonna skip over. And then they also said, also, since this is the only time I get to project my thoughts to your followers, I'd like to say something.
Okay, this from one of Ambie's audience members. Everybody listen in. This is for us.
However, if you want to leave it to my last message, that's totally fine. Some people could hear this though. Okay. I fully believe that you are a good person who does bad things.
I don't think Ambie Lynn is a good person. I don't think you can sit there and judge a good or a bad person. I think that the argument of like binary morality is fucking redundant when you're talking about dumpster fires on the internet. Calm down. I don't know what quality of person you would argue Ambie Lynn is a good person on. She's rude, she's manipulative, she's hateful, she holds a grudge, and she's mean. Oh, and she neglects her animals, and she lies about people. Like, pretty dangerously to some points. Where's the good? Where's the good person? Nicole, thank you for the super chat, honey. Nicole says, did I miss the McDonald's bag in the reflection yet? I didn't catch that on the initial watch. I don't know where it is particularly, but yes, chat, just so you know, there is a McDonald's bag in the reflection of the mirror. Good catch to whoever that was. Thank you, Nicole.
I think many people watching now can look into their hearts and see the same within themselves. It is so.
She is a person who does things, and a lot of them have been bad on the internet. I reworked it.
So important to have nuance when scrutinizing the actions of somebody with a personality disorder. It literally impacts your day-to-day decision making because it impacts your personality. BPD is caused by severe child harm and neglect.
This literally now sounds like ChatGPT wrote it.
Giving somebody with a past like yours a huge platform, displaying your addictions and flaws to the world, then expecting you to act totally, completely normal is unempathetic. Everyone.
I've been thinking about this for a hot minute, and it's less about the alleged diagnoses, although self-diagnosis is likely, whatever, Amber, you pick a lie there. I do think it's quite interesting that people are able to go back and revisit so much of, 12, 13 years worth of Ambie Lynn Reid content, and really this conversation, not necessarily around BPD as a diagnosis, but about her attitude, energy, personality, however you want to call it, really has only, it wasn't there. We just watched a piece of content. That wasn't there 12 years ago. She wasn't mad at everybody on the internet 12 years ago. She wasn't rude. She wasn't, threatening. But it's all kind of, come to a head. I don't know whether or not it was the live stream era or just, I guess, I want to call it maturity aging. Who knows?
Who watches you just to criticize, completely aware of your illness, are ill themselves, and needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror, log off the internet, and be a better person. And I was like, you know what?
Damn.
I appreciate this person. Genuinely, I do. And then, so I just was like, I have to read that. I've been getting a lot of support lately, but that was just wow, you couldn't have worded it better. So, all right. I will continue on with this little story time here, but I'm going to read some of your guys' stuff, okay? Because I am behind.
We're just warming up here, chat.
Can you say hi to Chico? Hello, Chico. How are you? Thank you for super chat. Hey, Queen, this is Cal again. Happy to see you doing a bit better since last time. Thank you, Frank. Thank you for the super chat. Girl, drop the link for joining. Okay, yeah. I would definitely.
Kelsey, that's a good point. Kelsey says, her extreme isolation has removed her too far from reality. It's giving I live on Tumblr. Shout out to Tumblr. Tansy, thank you for being here for 3 months, honey. Tansy says, function with an ABI and make more sense. Yeah, Ambie, man, I don't know. I think it's such a weird concept when you think about it as well. Recording yourself basically daily. I mean, she has taken months worth of breaks, but essentially daily for the last 12 years. I don't know. I can say that as someone who's not a professional, I can say that regardless of whether or not Ambie's got any of these diagnoses, she seems to be I don't know whether or not she's managing anything, you know? Again, go 12 years ago, go 6 years ago, go probably up until maybe 4 or 5 years ago. This drama, this attitude, this opinion, this meanness, I don't know if it was as apparent. But then again, all of her partners have come forward and said that she was abusive, so maybe it was there and she just hid it better when she was younger.
Do that. You look like you just had good sex. Okay, Peter. Thanks. Um, I don't know what that's talking about. Are you intoxicated right now? You're slurring your words, eyes rolling, and acting strange. I smoked some Delta. Not gonna lie about it. I was gonna talk about that in the vlog, but I have no reason to hide it. Okay, all right. Because before my live streams, I go outside, I walk Twinkie. So when I was out there, I said, fuck it. Yesterday,
I'm assuming that if you're on medication of any kind, you should probably speak to a doctor about consumption of other substances. Ambie?
I bought some Delta. Yeah, I bought like a lower type of grade type deal, so it's not as like strong. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put
Not the emotional regulation, Lottie.
the link and then I'm gonna pin it. Sounds like you put the scenario into ChatGPT. No, I did not. That was a message, but thank you for the super chat. Alrighty. A message. Okay, that's how you can join. Oh my God, not Helen Keller. That's crazy. Um, the legal market in your state is so good. Please stop Delta. Yeah, for medicinal use, but I don't have that. So
That turns out to be why she was talking to Tammy.
I have to go through all that to get that.
Spoilers.
Let's
Spoilers.
see.
Spoilers.
Delta 8 is legal, actually. Yeah, they sell it everywhere here. It's completely allowed. I got a THC drink. I might join you. Oh my God, Corky, will you go live when I'm off of here?
Wait, Quirky's on the THC too? Rosie! Why didn't you share that with us previously? I'm getting into the Rosie law, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm very, also, chat, can I just apologize in advance? I'm very sorry that I'm not sitting here watching a blank screen, listening to Foodie Heavy Breathe and an oscillating fan for an hour and a half. My apologies. We might catch up with that content one day, but in all honesty, girl, we got bigger fish to fry.
It's legal. It's cheap.
Mermaid Lynn.
Recreational, and it's obviously helping with my anxiety, me feeling overwhelmed in this fucking live stream. I mean, that's why a lot of people smoke it. To me, marijuana or like Delta, like to me, that's not a drug. You know, that's like, yeah, common sense for real. Where's the vlogs? So I started one, so we're gonna be getting those.
I can't wait. Also, apparently she's going to go live again today, right? According to her schedule. Have fun.
Can someone tell me how to join not on the PC? Okay, so yeah, Morgan, I can get a card, but I have to, it's the whole thing. I have to get an Oklahoma ID first because I still have my Kentucky ID. And
haven't you been in Oklahoma for like 3 years? Or coming up to 3 years? Chat, maybe you can help me. How hard is it to get a new piece of ID for a new state? Could you do it in 3 years? Or is it like a long-term thing?
in my brain, I'm like, I didn't know if I was gonna like truly be here for a long time, but I'm at this point where like Oklahoma's it. Like this feels like home for me. I really love being around my mom, so I have to get the ID first, and then it's like a whole moment. So
okay.
So how to join not on a PC?
Also, wait, how does that make sense? Okay, no, I get it, because it's state law, right? So you need a resident identification to then go and ask for medicinal, like, weeds. That's how that works, right? Okay, well, but do you just, like, want it? Or are you just saying, no, I'm taking it for my own anxiety? Okay. Do you need to speak to a healthcare professional for that? Or do you just, like, rock up? I don't know how Oklahoma works. I don't know how anything works.
So whatever type of phone you have, I think you have to go through, like, the internet app. So,
Oh, Ariana makes a point to say most states mandate that you have to get a new ID after moving within 90 days. Well, it makes sense. She's been a resident there for a hot minute. I think she's been a resident there longer than Chantal was in Kuwait. That's a minute.
Why live stream 2 days in a row? Why won't you spread it out? So I wanted to spread out my videos. I prefer spreading out videos. It helps with the algorithm. So the only way that I could do that without also having a live stream and a vlog back to back is I had to live stream 2 days in a row. And I love live streaming on Sunday because it's like, you know, the end of a week, this and that. So I was like, I like
Black Pantera says, as someone who has moved states, it takes about 2 hours.
the thought of that. And then I like the thought of like getting my, this is gonna sound bad, but I like the thought of like getting my live streams like over with, if you will.
Lazy says, in Oklahoma, it's only legal for medicinal use, so you have to have a doctor give you a card to access it. Right, so Ambie can't just be like, I'm writing myself a script.
So having them back to back too is also really nice. Gives me time to work on my vlogs throughout the week or whatever video that I have. So back to what I was saying. So I want to say, when people like were seeing how I was reacting to my aunt, like that's frustrating for me to hear like, this is the real Amber Lynn, because
We are about to see. We are about to see an Ambie Lynn that I don't think many of us have seen before. We are about to see an Ambie Lynn be confronted. You guys have heard me talk about it quite often when I lived in my delusional I can do whatever I want and I don't have to be responsible for my own self and I'm really angry at the world. This stream is a really good example of a reality crashing into Ambie Lynn's delulu. It breaks down a wall. It Kool-Aid mans into Ambie Lynn's delusion. It is something to behold.
Because it's like, bro, what you're seeing is me split. It's called splitting.
Oh, what the... I didn't get an opportunity to talk about this today, but I will now. So, Ambie has been talking a lot about dissociating. And this one mention of this one word, it's like that time I caught Foodie in the MLM. I swear to fuck, she's fallen down the DID rabbit hole. No, not Ambie doing the splits. No, she's not choreographing anything right now. As soon as I heard it, I was like, motherfucker, get off TikTok. What? Girl, stop it.
When you literally turn into someone that you're not, you're so hurt by someone, when you have BPD, you're so fucking hurt by someone that you genuinely, you're so overwhelmed with emotion, you cannot regulate those. So that is what you're witnessing.
And I don't know whether or not splitting and dissociating, I mean, they're just generic, psychological terms, right? They can be associated to BPD, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a professional. But as soon as I heard those two phrases, I was just like, oh, motherfucker. That whole schmozzle. Just, and again, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I do not mean to be rude to anyone, and thank you all so much for taking responsibility for your own mental health and working through all of that, because books is good for the brain and mental things is hard. I get it. I don't mean to disrespect anybody in all of this, but the get off the internet Ambie energy of all of this is seek help. Just go deal with a professional. Don't watch 40 hours of a TikTok topic and self-diagnose. That's all. Nicole, thank you for the super chat, honey. Nicole says, Amber watches an episode of United States of Tara. Oh my god, Toni Collette. Snaps for Toni Collette. Honestly, fabulous show. I think I stopped watching in season 3. It was really hard to watch here in Australia at the time. Shout out Toni Collette. Also, how is she snubbed in Hereditary? That was just rude.
So it's hard because 99% of the time you guys are witnessing me as pretty chill, just chilling.
We stand national treasure. Honestly, get her flowers.
And I only ever come out as a bitch or come out angry is when it's demonstrated to me first, if that makes sense. That doesn't mean, oh, we saw Amber Lynn's true colors or this is the real Amber Lynn. It's not fair. BPD is an actual observed.
DID is dissociative identity disorder, a serious mental issue TikTok takes lightly. Not just TikTok, though. Yeah, well, actually, no, it's primarily kind of in the TikTok space. And it's really hard because it's, I think as the conversation about destigmatizing conversations around mental health has gone, and I've spoken about this till the end of time, I feel like it obviously opened the door for a lot of scammy grifters to essentially make content around lies and falsities. And it is interesting over the years watching people kind of pick out, it's similar to Tourette's as well. It's very interesting to see people re-examine a lot of content, and it must be hard, again, not a professional, but it must be hard as a professional to see all of that stuff and be it's unprofessional, I suppose, to sit there and be I don't know this person, but based on that content, that seems really weird and I don't trust it. But also maybe that's an important conversation to have, and speak to professionals.
I hate that word. You can actually observe BPD in your brain. It's an actual brain deformity. So when people sit there and they're she can...
Okay, Lottie has a note. Lottie said, splitting in relation to BPD is not the same as splitting in relation to other mental health conditions. And also, that's absolutely not what she's describing here. What is splitting in relation to BPD? I'm just trying to learn, chat. I'm not diagnosing or anything. BPD? Nope, I'm going to confuse myself. Go on, Ambie.
Control these things. Genuinely, sometimes I can't. And what my aunt was doing was not only triggering and wrong and hurtful, it shattered me. And I could not regulate those emotions. And a lot of people messaged me and said, girl, I don't even have BPD. I don't even have these things. I would have been more pissed than you. I would have aired out, say, like, because literally in my live stream, I'd be like, well, I know things, but I'm not going to sit here and like say them. People would message me and be like, I would have
Wait,
like
so are you acknowledging the fact that you can get upset and have like heightened emotional states and it doesn't have anything to do with BPD? Oh, good. Okay, we know that then. That's good.
popped off. So it's like, I'm trying my hardest over here. And it was just triggering for more reasons than one. Like she would bring up so many things that happened in my childhood, which was triggering. Then she would bring up things that happened between me and her, which was also triggering. Um, and she acts like in the whole span of the time that I've known her since 17, that she was always the person that like indicated like a break in our chat. Like literally no. I saw the pattern with my aunt and the way that she was and how just like she made me feel insane a lot of the time. She made me
I'm so sorry. Considering what's about to come up in about 14 minutes, this is rich.
question my reality a lot of the time. She made me feel like I was walking on eggshells, and that is the roughest. And so I also didn't enjoy that pattern. So I would also be like, I need a space from her. So I would stop talking to her. I wouldn't call her. I wouldn't nothing because like she's just a hard woman to get along with. And it was just very triggering. And it was just like a lot of the things that she was doing was hurtful. And it just was like genuinely a lot for me.
BPD splitting refers to having difficulty accurately assessing another individual or situation. Oh, so similar to dissociation. Can lead to intense polarizing views of others, black and white thinking, all good or all bad. Well,
So I demonstrated
ones and zeros.
that doesn't mean that was the real Amber Lynn or I was showing my true colors. That was me reacting as a human who was absolutely triggered, a human who could not regulate their emotions, a human that was being betrayed by her aunt. That is what you guys experienced and what you guys saw me go through. And another thing that is like has been frustrating with this whole thing has been like when people sit here and I'm like responding to my aunt, and in return, I know it's a lot of trolls. It's people who like just disregard anything I feel or say. I get go to therapy, go to therapy, go to therapy. When literally all I'm doing is just responding to things that my aunt has brought up.
Okay, but that doesn't acknowledge the go to therapy portion of the therapy. Like you get Ambie, I don't know how to tell you this, honey, and I don't want to hold your hand because it's probably got ice cream on it at this moment. Listen, go to therapy instead of responding to Auntie Lynn on the internet for coins. Because my whole confusion around Chantal and Amber was always, why would you sit on the internet and admit to a hard relationship with food and eat for money on the internet? And then as I explored that concept, it all kind of made sense. Now Ambie's like, I have BPD, I have a hard time regulating my emotions, like I allegedly am in therapy, I'm doing things, whatever, I'm working, I'm taking my Zoloft, whatever. Would it not be a really good piece of advice from a mental health professional to be like, Ambie, listen, considering all of your diagnoses, whether or not you gave them to yourself, it's probably not a good idea to like do this on a live stream and get paid for it, because literally all you're doing is training your brain to be in like high stressed, highly emotional, like fighty kind of like mindsets and get paid for it. Do you not see how that might be like potentially damaging to your mental health? Do you see that? Do you see how fighting with your auntie on the internet for coins might be bad for your mental health? Do you see how that could work? Like maybe this isn't a good idea. Bergie, thank you for the super chat, honey. Bergie says, is she saying she's getting another personality, a whole new person to make up lies about? How fun. Oh God, I hope not.
And I'm demonstrating that I'm heartbroken about it. I'm demonstrating that I'm angry, you know? And a lot of people are like, go to therapy, while like literally sucking the tit on my aunt. Ew.
No one's sucking. I will definitively say I'm not sucking the teat of Auntie Lynn. But she does give it to you in this.
Like literally kissing her ass, like ew. When it should be genuinely.
I want nothing to do with these people. These people are all bonkers, bananas, insane. I am very happy I have no one similar to this in my real life, and I do not want any of that. Get out of here. No, thank you. But if you're going to make mess on the internet, I'm going to watch, because it's basically reality TV at this point. It's not good for you. It's probably not good for us, but like, popcorn.
People telling her to go to therapy, because who in their right mind, I didn't even realize she was in her 50s, like this makes it even worse.
I think both of you, also don't age shame, I think both of you need to go to family therapy. I think you both need to be sat down and either have a therapist or a counselor or a mediator or something sit you both down and be like, this is unhealthy, can you heal and repair the relationship? Probably not. Great, stop talking about and to each other. End of.
In their right mind, in their right maturity, and like a level-headed sense of the way, what kind of aunt, what kind of family member, what kind of sound mind, what kind of good person would be upset with their niece or upset with their sister and go to a reaction channel to do all of that.
What type of person would sit on a platform with 250,000 subscribers and drag their family member through the mud instead of, oh, I don't know, taking the higher road and just ignoring it, not saying anything, not like raging out about them, humiliating them? Like, also, what type of person would historically and consistently abuse their partners and then drag them through the mud on the internet and talk shittily about them and create content around them? Like, what? Girl, ask yourself these questions.
Knowing the type of retaliation that would head my way, no matter what she said, no matter if what.
Right, so you're allowed to drag people through the mud in your family, but they're not allowed to, like, turn and do the same to you because they know what kind of hate you would get. Right, yeah, no, that seems fair and like a weird fucking argument.
She was saying was true or false. That woman needs to go to therapy, not me. I mean, I need to go.
Again, everyone needs to go to therapy here. There's a lot to unpack, and it shouldn't be here, but it is. Zen, thank you for the super chat, honey. Zen, this is like when if you're like sitting, say you were sitting out on like your front veranda or whatever, and you hear like the neighbors fighting. Like you can listen in and be like, oh wow, yeah, no, like he definitely should have not mowed the lawn at 7 a.m. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yep, no, but he does have a point. No, you know, I think she might be in the right. You know what? No, they should just be a little quieter. We're not in this. We have nothing to do with this. We are listening to a family fallout. It just so happens that she's doing it for money. And again, not going to say anything about your brain, Ambie, but to be honest, considering you're filled to the brim with disorders according to you, I can't see how this type of behavior, negative behavior, self-destructive behavior, could ever be supported by a mental health care professional. Like, what therapist is going to hear this story play out and be like, yes, no, you should keep doing this on the internet? Zen, thank you for the super chat, honey. Zen says, is splitting binge monster 2.0. If she's so unable to regulate her emotions, then where's the weekly 2-year-long program for DBT? Don't know where that is. Don't know where the eyeball movement one is. Don't know where the workbooks are anymore. I think they're in the bin. I'm labile too, but I keep myself in check, girl. You tell her, Zen. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, honey. I hope you're having a good night.
Therapy for my own reasons. But in this situation alone, what has happened was she should be the one getting all those comments, like, go to therapy, go to therapy, go to therapy. Not me, when I'm literally simply just responding to what my aunt is doing. She started the war, and I'm just fighting back. I'm trying to protect myself.
I think Ambie started the war personally, but...
protect my innocence in this all, share my side, etc. But genuinely, it has become exhausting for me. Mm-hmm. I have been on Zoloft for a while now, long enough for me to genuinely feel amazing effects from it. Baby.
What's the average minimum? Is it 6 weeks for Zoloft? I don't know. Is Zoloft an SSRI? I feel like I've learnt so much watching these people, but I also feel gaslit to hell.
Romeo's playing. It has helped regulate my emotions because, like, seriously, I'm constant fight or flight mode, and it's exhausting. My nervous system is just constantly sharp and just like so.
If you're experienced increased levels of anxiety, by entertaining conflict on the internet, this is a bad idea.
I'm easy, and like I have anxieties about the stupidest shit, and like I have
anxious. Oh, it is an SSRI. I am learning, Roswell.
Attachment, which is like the worst. Like, genuinely, my BPD symptoms, my this and my that. Like, Zoloft has been able to calm a lot of those things, like hardcore. Like, my depression is better. Like, I don't have suicidal thoughts. Like, I used to have them all the fucking time. It has just drastically helped me. And like, I used to cry every day, 9 million times a day. Like, so many things that I don't even talk about. It doesn't matter. Zoloft has improved all that. And I have.
That's good. I'm glad that Zoloft is benefiting you, Ambie. I also think it would be beneficial to you to stop trying to fight with family members on YouTube for money.
Felt so.
I'm not a professional, but I'm very certain a professional might suggest that. Oh, you have an increased level of anxiety and you get stressed and you hate fighting with your audience. With your audience and your family. Maybe you shouldn't do it and get paid for it because that could like do some weird stuff in the brain.
So much better. And
it's behavioral.
And if you aren't a member and if you weren't a part of that, you're not gonna be able to see that. Where in the last few members only live streams that I did, like, you can see the improvement. And
Well, that's a shame they were members only. Weird that the public ones are where all the fallout happens.
it was so much improved that a rumor was starting that I was in a new relationship because I seemed so happy. Long story short, you guys didn't know it, no, but I was still with Tommy, and I've been with Tommy from the jump, so it wasn't a new relationship.
Okay, chat, I gotta be back in 1 second. Sorry, I gotta leave you with her reality speak. No, we'll just slow it down. It's fine. Go on, Ambie.
It was a new medicine. I was genuinely improving, and then here comes my aunt after the whole Tommy thing. Here comes my aunt, and I'm destroyed. Like my mental health went down the shitter all over again because of this woman, this woman who's supposed to be my aunt. And I have felt myself backtracking. I've started to have anxiety again. I've had some anxiety attacks. I have hyperventilated again. I have been crying more. I have been not able to regulate my emotions more. Like, genuinely, my aunt has made me backtrack in my mental health. And I'm like, how can I fix that? Like, what do I need to do? And my immediate reaction was my fight or flight, like in the beginning was fight. You guys saw it yourself. I literally felt it in my body. I'm like, okay, so it's fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, right? I immediately felt my body start to fawn. And I was telling myself, oh my God, I'm just like, no matter what she says, if it's a lie, if it's a load of shit, I'm just going to nod my head. I'm just going to agree. I don't know if I could do these reactions anymore. I'm just gonna let it be what it can be because it's so triggering. It's so hard to sit there and like fight for myself, especially in front of a bunch of people who hate me. Like it is a lot. So I'm in a spot where I'm like, that's kind of fucking insane for my aunt to
Line.
want to finally talk to me about this, but only publicly. Nah, none of this should have been public. I said square up in my last live stream because I was irate. My blood was boiling.
She brought the fight.
I was heartbroken. I was
Well, Tammy brought the fight. Ambie brought the threat, I suppose.
in the fight of the fight or flight, freeze or fawn. I was actively not able to regulate my emotions. And it's like after I've had some time to breathe, after the triggers have
Hey, Ambie, considering all of this, maybe live streaming just ain't it, girl. But keep it up. Catsway, thank you for the super chat. Love Catsway says, Daddy Syntax, come home. The sitter is making us give her diagnoses.
been so extreme, after I have realized like, whoa, my mental health is actually getting bad again because of the situation, I'm deciding to step away from the situation.
This entire live stream is not stepping away. It's stepping in. It's stepping in the poo-poos.
Um, will I, if my aunt decides to go on Jordy's thing again, will I maybe say some things about it? Sure. I'm only human. Hey, baby. Um, I'm only human. But am I gonna sit here and call her cunt, call her bitch, say square up? Am I gonna be raging? No, I'm not.
She did say square up. Olivia, thank you for the super chat. Love. Olivia says, I love how the narrative changes too. You guys, you have to realize I was getting better and the facts were triggering. To me?
No, I'm not.
She doesn't realize that the situation is quite triggering as well. Just like, again, being here.
Because I need to choose my sanity first. And that is not only within my aunt, but that is other people in my life. I am the type of person that if I'm in an argument with somebody, like especially someone I'm in a relationship with, I'm like, I need to figure this out now. And then I start freaking out if they don't want to do it. It's like abandonment issue, um, anxiety issues, like anxious attachment issues.
Therapy. No, that's not helpful, is it? Okay. No, but what about Auntie Lynn? She needs the therapy, not me. Girl, you literally listen to yourself.
But it's like with those Zoloft and it actually working, I don't have that like extreme feeling anymore
Oh.
to live stream.
Okay, so that's Auntie Lynn trying to call, where she goes mute for a second there. Kay, thank you for 8 months, honey. Kay says, first day quitting smoking, thanks for the distraction. Chat, can we get some love and support for Kay in the chat, please? Honey, you can do it. I believe in you. If you're doing it cold turkey, if you're doing it with professional assistance, if you're doing it with Champix or Nicorette or anything, you got this, girl. Good luck. I send my best. Nicole, thank you for the super chat as well, honey. Nicole says, can we consider Tammy an ex now? An ex-auntie, I guess.
My aunt literally just tried calling me.
Are there any ailments Ambie doesn't have? Narcissism.
Hello? Holy fuck. I messaged her and I said, stop calling me. Like it's ruining my live stream. Um,
She should not have picked up the phone. I mean, again, I make that initial argument. I think that Ambie will be able to twist this into a I'm the victim, and she will obviously make good money out of this. I will bring together like my own opinions on the call kind of as we go through. But having listened to it the first time, there were things said that weren't necessarily. There was plenty said that wasn't kind, and some of it did seem blunt, mean, pointed, however you want to say it. But it certainly showcased the fact that Ambie has not had people in her life tell her, like, I don't want to say the truth, but like an opinion as like blatantly as that. As I say, Auntie Lynn is basically the Kool-Aid man. Saying, boom, delusion. No more.
Yeah, it's just weird energy that she's literally sitting there watching my live stream, calling me, and I'm telling her to stop calling me, and she won't stop calling me. Like,
I would have just hit mute on the live stream and picked up the call. Like, you called your mum the other day, right?
Sugar Glider, I would have to, if I answer her call, I would have to get off of the live stream. Um,
Lottie. Very different energy. And again, also weird that when she was showing us evidence of the texts, like, not being responded to is in Messenger or whatever. But it seems Auntie Lynn has no problem picking up the phone. So I wonder how many phone calls there've been.
hold on a second.
Foodie's trying to steal the crown. Oh, what the fuck does she want now? Who's that? She's already put up like photos of children to try to grift more and fucking did a cam off live stream and a stupid bloody video. What does she want now? What does she want now? I don't care, Foodie. Medical emergency in Syria. Oh, that was the one 14 hours ago. I barely listened to that. Or did she post? Nope, she didn't. Wait, did she delete the ones of Sasa? She did. She deleted the school photos. Oh, girl, get a fucking life. We got things to do here.
Oh, by the way, the what's it called? The title of the video is about this is my last day of food freedom. I talk about it more in videos, don't worry. That's what I meant.
No, Ariana, that's fine. That's fine. We did catch the delete though. That's interesting.
Okay. I'm trying to figure something out. I'm like really confused.
Here we go, girls. The edge of
Where
my
the
sink.
fuck? I am in confusion. Nope. Wrong button. Sorry, guys.
Liz, thank you for the super chat, honey. Liz says this is a better movie than The New Boy of the World with Ice Cube and far more entertaining. Hey, Poppy. I hope you're well and amazing. Thanks, Liz. I hope you are too. Thank you for the support. It's good to see you today. Sit and swell. I don't know, girl. Someone should tell her. I think she knows.
Okay.
I think she feels like she's iconic.
Are you serious? You guys, I'm trying to make this work over here. Okay, I guess that's not gonna work.
This is coming from the person who couldn't open an image on her MacBook, by the way. So this might take a minute. Just get a snack, beverage, something.
Oh my god, Gabby. She's having a panic attack? No, I'm not. I was gonna call her, actually, through my...
Oh, they're under the coffee post? Oh, I'm such a fool, Lottie.
Here,
A
maybe
fool. Don't listen to me.
FaceTime audio. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear her. I don't even know if I'll be able to hear her.
Hello.
Hi, Auntie Lynn. Everyone say hi, Auntie Lynn. Chat, collectively, can we get a hello, Auntie Lynn? Thank you.
Hello?
I don't even know if I'll be able to hear her.
Okay, I hear myself through your audio, so can you, like, pause me?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay,
Fight.
So you're clearly watching my live stream, and I said I don't feel like doing this anymore. So why are you calling?
Because you can't run my name and multiple family members in the dirt for decades and think you're just going to walk away that easy.
Same. Same. Yeah, she's coming in slack-jawed. Look at that. Yep. Knock, knock. Who's there? Reality. Sorry, no, thank you. No, I said reality.
I'm finally done. I'm finally ready. I got the receipts.
Honestly, the default stance.
I got the proof. I'm not afraid of you, Amber, unlike all your other victims.
God, chat, I'm so sorry. This is just going to be the same reactions as the first time. I will try my best, I swear. Oh boy. Oh gosh. I need socks. You don't know whether or not I'm wearing socks. I need something cozy. That's what I need. Do I have something cozy? I need something.
I thought I had seen and heard.
I need a pillow or something.
Everything that you've done over these years, but I was so blind by your manipulation. And when I seen half of the videos,
that fucking smirk, that little, like, I caught it the first time. It is, I do not understand how I could have someone who I think or thought loved me talking to me like this and have this little fucking smirk into the camera. Ooh, it makes me not root for you, Amber. I'm not rooting for anyone in this situation, but yeah, it's not you.
that I've seen with documented proof of how you treat people, not only.
I don't even know if I could do that. You know what? Ambie might need to consider a new makeup look because, like, she's getting her eyes look real small with this paint. You know, how do I do this with my face? Close? I feel like it was close.
In our family, but people in general, you are one vile, disgusting human being, and I want nothing to do with you ever again, and including your mother. Your mother, your whole family, your whole Reid family is nothing but vile, disgusting degenerates that rape, manipulate, and abuse. Physically, mentally, spiritually, you name it, you guys do it, and you do it proud.
Jillian's got a lot of energy today.
I see it so clearly.
I saw it, Sky.
Here now that I don't want nothing to do with you, but do you think you're going to continue to lie about me and the family members that I do care about and get away with it? No, you're not. I will continue to tell the truth. The difference between me and you is I have the truth to tell, and I have the receipts to back it up. So you want to know why I'm listening to your live right now? The reason is just to see what bullshit you're going to say next. And sure enough, it didn't take long. You try to say that you cut off talking to me. I've been looking over texts for the last days, and I have so much proof, time and time again, where you're begging me to talk to you again, where I blocked you. I quit watching your videos. You kept begging me, please watch, please watch. I don't want to lose you, Auntie.
Is this Auntie Lynn squaring up? I'm unfamiliar with the phrase. What does squaring up mean? Is that just like sitting there without pants looking kind of dumpy? Is that what that is meant to mean? Because if so, Ambie's nailing it.
All the lies you told me that I caught you on, called you on, you'd apologize, and then do it again and again and again and again.
Auntie Lynn seems to be squaring up then, if it's about fighting. Oh, asking to fight. Okay. Well, Ambie Lynn, oh my god. Auntie came in hot. Ambie's just sitting there without pants. Caught with her pants down. Actually, just never on, really.
So that's just the tip of the iceberg. What do you want to respond to that?
What did I do in the last 2 years to you?
In the last 2 years. Okay, let me see if I can explain this.
I would have appreciated this so much more if it was like a FaceTime. Because the way this, like, shit-eating smirk, and I really, like, I did watch this part back a couple of times. The way that she, like, licks the crumbs off the corner of her mouth. I once compared her to Jabba the Hutt, and I would like to formally apologize to Jabba, because, like, Ambie's way grosser. Barry, thank you for the super chat, honey. Barry says, look, I'm tired and I haven't slept yet, but I don't care. Love Tammy or hate her. She's given a verbal smackdown. I'm so happy this isn't my family. 100% Barry. And you know what? You can love what Tammy's doing and not be on her team. You don't need to be on anyone's team. You can just sit back and be like, yes, this is wildly entertaining. Fuck yeah. Nicole, thank you for the super chat, honey. I appreciate it. Nicole says, I can't believe Grandma caused all of this. God damn it, Grammy Lynn.
It's not an easy black or white answer or an answer that you can get in 2 seconds because, like I keep saying, I've been doing this your whole entire life.
I'm team entertainment. Exactly. I'm team laugh at the mess.
So, you have a person that has fought to be in your life your whole entire life in one way or the other, no matter if you've seen it.
JJ, thank you for the super chat, not Jabba the Lynn.
Or not. And you didn't meet me at 17. You met me when you were 14, when I went to California for the first time after 16 years. Remember you getting the pot of spaghetti out of the refrigerator and using the really huge utensil, taking big scoops out of the pot onto your plate, where your fucking dad said, I think that's enough, Amber. That's my first memory of you. And
okay, so you could argue that that was perhaps an unkind thing to bring up. Yes. A point was made, though. Olivia, thank you for the super chat. Olivia says ALR doing the opposite of squaring up, circling down. Not circling down. Zing, thank you for the super chat, honey. Zing says, Rosie encouraged Ambie so much during this that I'm surprised Amber didn't start scrubbing the desk with a spinning toilet brush halfway through. I will be what, like, I know Ambie's got another stream apparently at some point tomorrow night, whatever. But I'll be interested to see whether or not anyone's in Rosie's chat asking for her perspective. Because she's my B-roll. It's great. And Foodie can get fucked. Oh, look, and by the way, chat, when I say that, it's not as if I'm never going to watch Foodie again. I'm sure I will at some point in time. But at the moment, girl, better quality on other stations, you know?
you still continue to pile on your plate. Yeah, that story goes around our family year after year after year. So anyway, that's the first time I met your ass. And then, from then, I tried getting you through the foster care.
Who said Sketty Lynn? Motherfucker. God damn it. Maggie, thank you for the super chat. Maggie says, Beck, why did you cause these problems and drama? Oh, poor Beck. I hope Beck's doing well. God damn. I mean, Ambie would blame Beck.
Because you painted the story, it was so bad. And then you even put me down for it that time. Your mom came in the picture, destroyed that. So then you went on to my mom's house. We all know what happened with that. You got kicked out for what? Being disrespectful. Surprise, right? So then you go on to Casey and then Crystal.
Also, who is Auntie Lynn having this like story retelling about Sketty Lynn with? Because like she's the mum side of the family, right? Like who's like cousins? Like what is going on? Jiggly, thank you for the super chat, honey. Jiggly says, do you plan on doing Corky retro reactions? Lottie put together a fabulous playlist with some like health stuff, which I've been like kind of bumping back and forth from. But to be honest, like if you guys want to watch someone use an electric scrubber on their like tomato sauce coated fridge side while wearing fabulous hats and drinking terrible wine, why aren't you watching Rosie?
And then Destiny.
But yes, it probably would be a good idea to do some retro, like, for context stuff. I agree.
And then Becky. The whole time, I'm in the background, loving you, supporting you, encouraging you, sharing every bit of my diet with you, exercise, financial, telling you things. And yes, I have all the proof. I'm not trying to be your mother. I'm trying to be your person. There's other text I have where I say, I'm saying this because that's what a mother would do. So we continue going down this long, as you know, all this time, right? And then we get up to the current last 2 years.
Okay, again, gotta ask. I'll ask this a couple of times, chat. This isn't squaring up, right? Ambie's not like... I don't feel like Ambie's really given it. You know, she's just kind of taken it.
Who is the happiest person in this world for Amber to move to Oklahoma City? It was me, your aunt. Your mom didn't want you to come. She was very nervous about you coming because of the destruction and stress level that you bring with your just presence.
God, imagine being told that. Woof. That sentence right there would take me out.
Nervous about you coming because of the destruction and stress level that you bring with your just presence.
If someone described my presence as destructive and stressful, I think that one would actually hurt me.
That's the truth.
Oof, not lying, but like, again, this is what I said. She said, no more delusion, Miss Lynn.
I, against my whole entire family, would say things like, I know you guys are worried, but I'm so excited. We have text showing that excitement for when you're going to get here. We're going to hang out. We can't wait. We can't wait.
Again, which part of Auntie Lynn's family is being like, nah, we don't want a bar of Ambie? Is it the husband? Maybe it's the husband. Well, I guess if the husband's been told from Auntie Lynn that Ambie, as a 20-year-old child, Ambie, decided to blackmail and threaten Auntie Lynn for a place to stay. Well, I mean, maybe the husband has some thoughts about that. Maybe, probably, actually. Yeah, I'd say so.
I wanted to diet with you. I wanted to exercise with you. I was so excited.
Oh, and Grandma, of course.
Because as you love to point out, I was very successful on keto. Pandemic happened, other things happened. I started putting back on my weight over stress, and I've been trying to get back on track, which I am again currently. So I thought this is going to be great for the both of us. You get here, I see you one time. I try to see you, and I'm told I can only see you with your mother.
Help that make sense to me in the timeline chat. Ambie's been in Oklahoma for almost 3 years, right? Auntie Lynn and Amber see each other one time and is then told, no, you can't see each other unless Mama Lynn's there. What's that about? Is that weird? Is that bizarre? I mean, I get Auntie Lynn's coming in hot with the whole, like, how dare you replace me with your mother. I get that. I can hear that through this. But, like, that seems bizarre and kind of weird. Oh, almost 2 years? 2 years, not 3 years. Sorry, 2 years. 2 years, right.
I question you about it. You say, oh, I was just nervous. I haven't seen my family in 14 years and blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Oh, it kind of sounds like Ambie's the one who said that. It kind of sounds like Ambie said, I don't want to hang out with you unless Mum's coming too. Ah. Kitchen Mum, you're so right. Kitchen said, Ambie knew Auntie would not buy her BS. Mum was her shield. You are so right. You are so right. The lizard brain in me was like, oh, maybe Ambie's doing a kind thing, trying to bring the family together. No, you're right. Ambie's monstrous. Nicole, thank you for the super chat, honey. Nicole says it's giving I need a witness.
You didn't reach out to me after.
Welcome to the wonderful world of triangulation. Zing, honestly, I didn't even think about it. I did not even think about that. That's crazy. Man, you think I'd be better at spotting this shit after watching Ambie for so long, but I am a novice to the professor of manipulation over here. A mere apprentice.
That ever, not once to come over, pick you up, go do anything, say anything. There was nothing, so I wait. November, you reach out to me because you want something, a vape. December, you reach out.
Also, someone in the chat mentioned that the reason why Ambie was going to Auntie Lynn for a vape is because she needed the medicinal stuff, not the Delta stuff. That might be allegedly, but also, goddamn.
Wait. November, you reach out to me because you want something, a vape. December, you reach out to me, you want something, a vape. You check.
She did it twice. I didn't hear that before. November and December. Oh, Ambie, you could have just asked her while you're at Thanksgiving. You could have just sat at the Thanksgiving table. I've never been to a Thanksgiving, by the way. And just been like, it's my turn now. I am thankful for Auntie Lynn. Auntie Lynn, thank you so much. I'm thankful for Auntie Lynn and medicinal marijuana, to which Auntie Lynn has access to and is totally going to get me a vape.
Then when I had COVID, you said Merry Christmas. I had COVID. I answered you the very next day. Happy late Christmas. Then nothing in January. And then you send me a picture in February.
They say picture the same way, by the way. They are family.
So you want to know why I'm mad? Because I fought for you for freaking years. And then when you finally get here, I'm left.
Again, just a reminder that these people are 15 minutes away from one another. Amber Lynn Reid drove 19 hours across the continent of the United States with 3 animals in tow to visit her feeder girlfriend, who didn't even like her. And she can't get 15 minutes down the road to speak to her auntie. That is crazy.
I'm left in the cold. You and sister are going to...
Do you want closed captions for Ambie? Yeah, we can do... Oh, no, we can't. They're not available. I'm so sorry.
Museum. see you without my sister. So yeah, that pissed me off, and so I did quit trying. I mean, how much more reality did
Sky, I'm so sorry, honey.
I need in my face? You're here now, and you still have nothing to do with me. So you want to bring up me and your mom's fight, right, as the reason? No, me and your mom's fight is not the reason we don't talk. You are the reason.
She is being told in all of this, and I don't know where Ambie's, like, big girl energy has gone. That shit-eating smirk isn't there anymore, is it, girlie?
We don't talk. You are in your 30s. You can use a phone, you can text, you can make arrangements to spend time with your aunt, and you chose not to because me and your mom were in a disagreement. And if you...
It sounds like y'all weren't really hanging out even outside of that, to be honest, but maybe you were. By the sounds of it, they weren't, like, spending time with one another.
Want to get down to the nitty-gritty of the disagreement? We can do that, but it's pretty freaking messy. Not sure if you're ready for that one. Any other questions?
Well, I want to respond to the fact that, like, yeah, it is true. I was feeling anxious to see my family again. And
2 years ago?
my mom is, I don't know, when I'm around her, like, she's that, like, calmness that I need. And it's like, I know it's, like, sad to say, but, like, I felt that in all my relationships. I've always been in a relationship, and this was the first time, like, I was finally single, and I didn't know how to be without someone right by my side.
You not being in a relationship isn't an excuse for, like, being abusive towards family members. The fuck is this? What is this argument?
Felt that in, and yeah, it is true. I was feeling anxious to see my family again. And my mom is, I don't know, when I'm around her, like, she's that, like, calmness that I need. And it's like...
Right. So you said, no, sorry, Auntie Lynn, the family member who's been trying to maybe do a little too much, but be in my life since I was, like, younger. I don't want to spend time with you without Mama Lynn because I'm single. That's the argument we're having here. This sounds like such a fucking cop-out. I'm so sorry, chat. I don't believe that for a second.
Like, I know it's, like, sad to say, but, like, I felt that in all my relationships. I've always been in a relationship, and this was the first time, like, I was finally single.
What has that got to do with anything? That's got nothing to do with anything!
And I didn't know how to be without someone right by my side.
That's a crock of shit. She lived on her own. She lived on her own with her unmanaged, untreated, undiagnosed BPD. Guys? Can we... Guys! She lived by herself between Destiny and Beck. What do you mean? She wants to go, I'm not the same as I was when I was in my 20s. I'm not that type of girly plop anymore. I had the BPDs and I didn't know I had the BPDs, and you can't blame me for all of my things that I had when I had the BPDs and didn't know about it. Girl, you functioned barely, but you lived on your own. Like, what the fuck?
And, so my mom was that for me. It had nothing to do with you. It had nothing to do... It felt easy.
God, she's a manipulative piece of shit. I am so sorry. I'm not sorry.
For me to be around family that I have not seen in 14 years if my mom was there. That was an anxiety thing. It was a coping...
But you saw her when you were 14 that you say you don't remember. You saw her when you were 17, assumedly without your mother because she was in prison, not getting letters or money on the books from you, by the way. What do you mean? What is this bullshit? So sorry. I love watching things on a second run through. This is so good.
It is what it is. So I'm sorry.
So whose fault is it, Amber? Is it your fault or is it my fault that we haven't seen each other? Because the narrative that you're telling is different. So put it out there. Whose fault is it, Amber?
Yours.
Oh, it got me the first time. It got me the second time. Whose fault is it, Amber? Whose fault is it that we haven't seen each other? Yours, Auntie Lynn. That was not the right answer.
Yours.
So, since I've been here, every time I have seen you has been with my mom. Because my mom was putting, her pride aside. She was putting her hurt aside. She was putting...
Can I ask, again, she's been there 2 years. Has Auntie Lynn been there the full 2 years? Because it kind of sounds like it, right? That's the timeline. Both of them have been 15 minutes away from each other the last 2 years. How long has this fight between Mama Lynn and Auntie Lynn been going on? How long? Because it's weird to me that you've asked Auntie Lynn for help getting a vape in, like, what, from October last year? How long has this, like, fight been happening for?
All that aside, and, huh?
Go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt you.
And she was putting all that aside for me. And that was something that she was willing to continue doing until I felt comfortable. Yeah, and I did after,
Pickle Pocket, thank you for the super chat. Love Pickle says, chat, you're more than your diagnosis. You're more than your diagnosis. You're more than your family disturbances. Is that the word? Dysfunction. That's what it is. Chat, look after yourself. Just take yourself seriously. Don't do this. I honestly, I feel pretty confident in watching this, thinking that this is really self-destructive behavior and probably not good for anybody's mental health. Like, regardless of who it was, I don't think Ambie's able to walk away from this this is why she lives in her world of delusion. Because I think that these really, like, confrontational, like, moments, she doesn't want to actually work through or deal with. So she'll just switch off. She'll just not acknowledge it. It's just another day at the office at the Ambie and Reid factory. Bex, thank you for the super chat, honey. Bex says that they both belong in the Queensland town of Delulu.
What's it called? After Thanksgiving, I did. And that's why when I hugged you goodbye, the last thing I said, I can't wait until you come over. I can't wait. I even said it to, I don't want to say your daughter's name. I don't want to bring anyone.
Did you ever invite her over? It seems weird to me that Auntie Lynn wouldn't, like, come and visit. You gotta invite, honey. You gotta put some tea out, you know? Put some crumpets on, invite the family over.
Say any of our names. We have nothing to hide.
Okay, but I also said it to Ashley. And I was like, I can't wait for you to come over because I genuinely enjoyed my time on Thanksgiving. That's why I'm so taken aback by this whole situation.
Okay, Ashley isn't cousin Lynn, right? Ashley is a different daughter. We learn too much about the Lynns here.
So.
And after Thanksgiving, I heard that my sister talked a whole bunch of shit about Thanksgiving over at my house. Once again, opening up my home to you guys. Putting everything on at my cost, my joy to have my family in my home. And at the end of the day, when I thought it was a wonderful day as well.
Catalina, thank you for the super chat, honey. They are, Lottie. Catalina says, watching the way she twists and manipulates everything actually explains why her aunt would get to this point. Dealing with Ambie's lies must be exhausting. Oh, down 100%. I personally don't think it's a good idea to, like, bring it out onto the internet. But we've seen this happen before. Like, how many times have we seen people in the girly plops's lives, like, come onto the internet and be like, here is everything terrible that I've experienced with this, like, internet celebrity. Celebrity might be a bit of a stretch. Like, this is not the first time. It certainly won't be the last time. I don't think it's necessarily healthy, healing, or, like, good for anybody's mentals. But I can fully acknowledge the argument that, like, you can only... You will get to a point in time where you are so stressed, where you are so upset, where you feel personally, like, responsible for calling out the bullshit. And I can see it. Do I think it's a good idea? No. But I can kind of understand that, like, emotionally driven action. Yes.
That's what I got to hear. How y'all talk shit. I don't even know what the shit was. It was supposed to be so vile that it couldn't even be repeated.
I didn't say anything bad about the time.
No, Catalina, I get it. No, I get what you mean.
I genuinely enjoyed my time there. And then...
It does seem like an act of someone who's fed up.
Like, I wasn't invited to anything Christmas related, which honestly hurt a lot. I literally bawled.
You were talking shit about her at Thanksgiving. Why would they invite you to Christmas?
My eyes out. Like, it hurt a lot.
You wouldn't even invite your aunt over for tea and crumpets. The fuck?
Okay, so, again, I don't want to interrupt you, but when there's no contact...
I'll interrupt her. It's fine.
From October, November, into December, with the exception of wanting a vape, why would I invite you and my sister to Christmas?
In December, I talked to you 3 times.
What 3 times, Amber?
One of them did involve a vape.
Wow, classy.
The other 2...
Not saying vapes aren't classy. They can be. Whatever. But, like, girl, you asking your auntie who you're not speaking to 2 months in a row to get you weed... We can do better, Ambie. Come on now. We could, in that short period of time, we could have probably gotten an Oklahoma ID and seen a doctor about medicinal access. Let's be better, Ambie. Let's be better.
2 times was to check in on you regarding your health because you were sick. And every time we did communicate was because of me. No, you never messaged me. May I have a reason for why is it always me that has to message first then?
Again, I wouldn't be talking about her either. She's talking shit at my Thanksgiving. I cooked. Get out of here.
It's not always you. It's absolutely not. And I have the receipts to prove that. Unless you're talking about only between October and February.
That is
when
correct.
when you got here and I see the true colors, that I was never going to be your person in any way, shape, or form.
It's because you wouldn't drive her around. Yeah, I'll take her to bingo.
Because you would have reached out. You would have. I heard through my...
Poppy, are crumpets like cookies in the US? No. How do you describe a crumpet? Oh, chat, that's a hard one.
My mom.
It's kind of like a... It's almost like a cake crossed with a muffin that's a disc shape, and you put it in a toaster. And it's great with butter and honey and a cup of tea. A scone? Kind of like a scone, yeah. But with more holes in it.
How you'd cry and boo-hoo.
An English muffin? No, but very... English muffin cross scone cross cake. They're very good. Fluffy, spongy bread. Yeah. Butter and honey. The greatest thing when you're like sick or it's cold. Well, maybe not with a sore throat because they do get really scratchy.
You at her house going, well, I don't understand why I
More like a pancake? Actually, I could see that. Yeah, kind of like a pancake.
can't talk to my aunt. Why can't I talk to my aunt?
It's like an edible rubber sponge. It is. It's like if you took a scrub daddy and put it in the toaster. Don't do that. But it's edible and like bready.
That is
Is
correct.
that true?
That is correct.
And what were you told? Were you told you couldn't talk to me?
I would cry because it hurt, because it's like I
Were
did.
you told you couldn't talk to me? Did anyone say, Amber, don't talk to your aunt. Don't call her. Don't text her.
So, sorry, I was reading the chat because it's distracting me.
Deflect. Avoid. Manipulate.
I read between the lines.
Did anyone tell you at that point when you were boo-hooing several times about not talking to me, did my mom or my sister tell you, you can't talk to me?
So I wasn't boo-hooing.
Answer the question, Amber Lynn. It's yes or no.
Yeah, you were.
Tell me.
I was crying.
Boo-hooing.
Can you not mock me, please?
Make it hard.
Not you make it hard, girl. Tammy! Calm down.
I was crying because I was hurt by the
You make it hard.
situation, because I was slowly reading between the lines that you want to know
Has totally understand. This is a lot of energy for a day.
communication with me,
It's
because
okay.
I was always the one to message you first, and your responses were very dry. You didn't seem like you wanted to communicate.
This is not giving a response to the very direct question of, were you told not to speak with me?
would never text me first. So that is finally when I was like reading between the lines of like, okay, this woman wants nothing to do with me, because you didn't even invite me over for Christmas.
But invited you for Thanksgiving, and you talk shit about her. Again, you probably wouldn't have gotten an invite to Christmas in anyone's household.
I didn't know that I had to talk to you every single day. I didn't know. I mean, that's how I'm feeling, because
You truly are a piece of work, I tell you.
She clocked it. Auntie Lynn has spent some time with Ambie. You can just tell. You can tell. Nicole, thank you for the super chat, honey. Nicole says, Tammy wiped Ambie better than a sick goner. Stop.
Your manipulation is just, like, it used to work. It used to work. It used to catch me. It used to slow me down and give you the benefit of the doubt. But I just see it too clearly now, and I don't even know if I want to entertain you anymore. Because you can't own anything. And again, I mean, we're talking decades of text here. You know, I'll watch a video, and something will be brought up, and I'll be like, what the heck? All I have to do is go to my messages and put in simple words.
Yeah, it's almost like what she was saying on the internet and the actual reality might have been lies. Liar Lynn. She's returned.
Simple words that were talked about, and then our conversations come up, word for word.
yeah.
You have abused me, Amber. You have manipulated me, Amber, for a long time because of the
Not the eye roll, Ambie. You're the one who's decided to pick up this call and continue the live stream. Tammy is letting it all hang out.
love I had for my sister and for you. And you used that, and you manipulated me to be the person when I would never be your person. But you led me to believe that for a long time. We can talk about all the different topics, being your mom in prison, you writing her, all that. That's long text threads of the bullshit you came up with for that. You know, did you owe your mom anything? No, but you said you wanted it. The text started with you asking, not me going, you need to. You wanted it, and I was the in-between person helping you. Without me, you would not be in your mom's life today.
Olivia, thank you for the super chat, honey. Olivia says, I'm like Coco Montrese. Get her, Jade.
Without me, my sister would not be in my mom's life today. I have always been forced to be the in-between.
I agree, shenanigans. It's a lot to, like, I don't know. I might have to watch this again afterwards. There's a lot to unpack here. There's names, lore, dates, timelines, people, places, a professor.
Without me, you would not be in your mom's life today. Without me, my sister would not be in my mom's life today. I have always been forced to be the in-between person. Correct?
I don't know.
Wow, what a fucking non-answer. Square up, Lynn.
You don't know. Holy
Where is the square up energy today? Not here.
shit.
I know I've made...
What about your uncle raping me? How about that
That's a heavy topic.
for family drama, huh? And then you go on and be a victim to others? Like, that's just weird to me. When it's such a hot spot in our family, and you put that word around like it...
That is specifically speaking around the Casey Random Petals eavesdrop stuff. That's a lot. That is... Woof. Woof. Wild.
light as hell, right? You use the...
I do think that's particularly... I don't give a shit about Ambie Lynn coming online and saying, I used the wrong word, you guys. Like, learn words before you say them, girl. That is not a defense. I do think it's fucking unhinged for, like, something as terrible and traumatic as a situation like that to happen in your immediate family, and then to come online and allude to your partner doing that to you, and then having to come out and say, oops, I used the wrong word, sorry guys, I just wasn't thinking. It's like, fuck, that is a lot. That's real weird. That's real weird.
The wrong word, right? When you accuse somebody, an innocent person who at the time was young as shit, you accuse them of something that they did not do. Thank God he had a voice to speak up. I had a voice to stick up over your uncle raping me, to you, to my sister, to your dad, who made you guys live with the man. Did I ever get, I'm sorry?
I'm so sorry. I know this is a really heavy topic of conversation. I don't mean to be, like, going over it for no reason. I am trying to piece together this whole, like, living situation thing that Tammy touches on here. JJ, thank you for the super chat. Love you. JJ says that my jaw is on the floor right now. Honestly, this is so much. It's so much, and there's still an hour of it to go. It's crazy. My mouth unhinged.
To my sister, to your dad, who made you guys live with the man.
Yeah, still not really understanding who's in what house here, but okay.
Did I ever
Trying.
And I'm sorry that happened to you. No, I was expected to keep taking it. I used to use the excuse my sister had to take it because your dad would beat her up when she tried to stand up to me. Over it, right? So instead of getting the support of my family, I had to stay shut up about it so my sister didn't get beat.
That's so fucked.
Okay, so that's some pretty bad shit, right?
Yeah.
But tell me why when we just went to California, your mom had to go see your dad.
That's also weird.
Go see him in person. I refused. She left me in a car so she could go in and see your dad, the man that is behind so much of this, including my chapters. The man I despise more than anything on the face of this earth. And your mom, in sobriety, in recovery, chose to go see that man eye to eye. You don't think that hurt me?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. There's a lot going on there.
But I kept taking it, right? And I kept being a sister. So you're not the only one with damage, Amber. The difference is I don't let it be an excuse. I've had some horrible things happen to me too, all while trying to help you and your mom for decades.
Lindsay, good to see you, honey. Lindsay has a note to say, the point here, Amber is a manipulator. She'll say and do anything to get what she wants. Yeah.
And you know what happened?
I honestly think, considering, like, we've heard Auntie Lynn's perspective on all of this, we're obviously very familiar with Ambie Lynn Reid. Then there's, like, all of this about Mama Lynn and Daddy Lynn and Grandma Lynn. Just, girl, like, family therapy, honestly. Apples, trees, and therapists, I think. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. You can see it just trickling down. Not good. Not good. Be the change you want to see in the world, chat. Break the, what's it called? Generational trauma. Is that it? Yeah, break that. Look after yourself.
During that time when I was so focused on you and your mom and your fucked up family and everything that comes with it, guess what? It made me sick. It stressed me out. It made me weak. It made me not take care of my own kids to the best of my ability. Because you can't focus this long and this hard on other people and not have it take away from your life.
I really do get the sense that this was building inside of Auntie Lynn for a minute. She's got a lot. She's got a lot. She's got a lot.
You have, your dad has, your mom has, and you all play fucking victim. And I'm done. Anything else you want to talk about?
I personally wouldn't want to after any of that.
Regarding, like, the way I was, like, when I was a teenager, in my 20s, like, yeah, like, I have been very transparent. Like, I wasn't a great girlfriend.
No.
I probably wasn't a great niece. I wasn't a great anything. Like, I was...
You clearly weren't a good niece over the last 2 years, living 15 minutes down the road and doing sweet fuck all. Again, not taking sides here, but it's, like, rich for her to, like, cry and she's about to blame her unmanaged, undiagnosed BPD from 15 years ago. But, like, girl, you haven't done anything to change it now?
It's broken.
She's not squaring up. No, she's sitting down. Pantsless.
I still am. But the difference now is, like, I try very hard to take accountability where I can. And I, like, especially when Beck was saying all those things, like, I admitted to things that I would never want to admit to out loud. Are you kidding?
Wait, we were led to believe that so much of what everyone had to say about you was lies. Huh.
But one thing I will stand by is everything I said about Casey is 100% true.
Right. Girl, you might want to have phrased that better, because that didn't sound right.
Beck was saying all those things, like, I admitted to things that I would never want to admit to out loud. Are you kidding? But one thing I will stand by is everything I said about Casey is 100% true.
Well, you've said two very different things about Casey, and that's obviously been a big topic of conversation in this corner of the internet for a hot minute. So you might want to clarify specifically what you meant there, Ambie. Otherwise, I smell a potential lawsuit.
I wish I could believe you, but I can't based on everything.
I genuinely
don't believe you.
I genuinely,
and that hurts to say it.
I don't care if you believe me or not.
Of course not.
I can't at this point. I can't. Because I know what happened because I was there. And that is something I will literally take to the last day I'm alive.
Maybe she does need to get sued to, like, stop talking. Not, like, across the board, but about particular topics of conversation. Specifically around, like, a much younger partner and, Rain and Petals. Yeah, she should stop talking.
But
well, the last thing I'd ever want to do is go against somebody who was actually assaulted. But all I'm saying is based on the person I know you are, I cannot believe it 100%.
Same. To be fair, same. Can't believe a fucking word she says. Master manipulator Lynn.
If it did happen to you, I'm sorry it happened to you. If it didn't happen to you, karma's a bitch.
you're not sorry, but questioning that is sick. First of all,
if she's still talking about the Casey stuff, questioning that is not sick because Ambie has told two different stories. She told the first story and then she walked it back and said, I used the wrong word. Girl, don't even. This is, oh boy, Lylin fucking pissed me off.
I shouldn't even have to, like, sit here and talk about it because you, during the Kiwi Farms days, were sitting there saying that I never had that happen to me when I was 7 years old, and my mom had to tell you, yes, it...
That was not the topic that we were literally just discussing, Ambie. You might be getting confused, but you might also be a manipulative fuckhead.
Did happen.
If you go back and read it, or even the current ones, I say I wasn't around during that time.
Well, remember that.
was on your dad's side. I thought it was his sister, and then I had heard about it from you, but I wasn't around. I don't know what happened.
Please
So
remember.
how can I say if it happened or not?
Please remember those words. You weren't around.
When you
Remember.
were 7, no, I wasn't. And you want to know why I wasn't around? Because of your mom. Ask your mom why I wasn't around. Everyone wants to know, where was Aunt Tammy when they were in foster care? Where was Aunt Tammy then? I was there the whole time trying for you. You don't know that because you were just a little kid. Ask your mom why I wasn't there. She's told the story a million times to protect me. She didn't want me to see what y'all were going through. That's a sad-ass excuse, I know, but that's the one your mom gave me, year after year after year. Remember when you came to my house in Oklahoma before your mom? And us going into the garage and sitting on the floor of the garage and me showing you all this paperwork and poems I wrote and
I'm assuming this was the 17 trip?
things that I did to try to find you guys, and that I never, ever gave up on you guys. The poem I wrote to my sister saying I just have to, like, I can't keep doing this. I'll see you in the gates of heaven. Do you remember any of that? Does that sound like a person that wasn't there or didn't want to be there? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so there you go. There's your answer. Why I wasn't there. I can't be somewhere that I'm not there. I was in the Florida Keys. You were in California, and I could only do what I could. Let's put timestamps on there.
Cat's Away, I'm not really sure. I don't know how that all works. And, like, Ambie's foster story, she hasn't shared that much, obviously. But there has been, like, moments where she's been placed or group homes, and then she's gone back to the family for trial, and then that doesn't work out, so she goes somewhere else. So I don't know. I don't necessarily know. And obviously, no one will likely know the reasoning behind any of those decisions as to why, like, Auntie Lynn wasn't involved in any of that. But, God, who knows? That's all mess.
Why I wasn't there. I can't be somewhere that I'm not there. I was in the Florida Keys. You were in California.
Lottie said sitting down and having journals and poems read to you does sound like a family trait. Maybe that's where Choosy came from.
And I could only do what I could. Let's put
It's a family tradition.
timestamps on there. Who was Aunt Tammy at this time when Amber Lynn Reid came into this world? Her first and only niece. Let's see. Tammy lived in the Florida Keys.
Oh, Tammy's going to tell her own story now, by the way.
She had her first daughter at 16 in 88. She had her second daughter at 17 in 89. And in 1990, her sister came from California to Florida to get off drugs. Did for a little bit, got pregnant. I was in the delivery room with your mom giving birth to you, literally. Joke about that today. And then shortly after that, you were a few months old, and your mom chose drugs again and left Florida Keys, went to California, and that's where the story continued of our separation. But I never gave up. I found you on MySpace, remember, after all those years?
That memory came back to me after watching this, how Ambie had retold that story about Auntie Lynn finding her on social media.
I came in.
And then reconnecting through that way. Which again is weird when they visited each other when Ambie was 17. Something about that doesn't make sense.
Seeing you when you were 14, your foster care people, or whatever, state custody people contacted me. I didn't have a pot to piss in. I was getting ready to be disabled from all my trauma, all my counseling and stuff. I was in the midst of my own hell.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I don't remember you coming to visit when I was 14. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm telling you that whole thing is completely blocked out of my memory.
Well,
And
that's one thing I can say I can believe you about.
that
Because
honestly genuinely scares the shit out of me, because when you're saying that spaghetti story, do not remember that at all in the slightest.
you don't remember no part of your dad saying, Amber, that's enough, and you still putting more scoops on your plate?
No, I
You're
do
sitting
not.
at the kitchen table in the trailer. I remember it.
No,
Of course, I was, as you guys like to say, obsessed with you. I was. I've been obsessed with you since the day you came in this world. You were my one and only niece.
See, when she first said that, I was like, oh, that's a bit weird for someone to say, like, about the shows that they watch on the internet. And then when you actually listen to it and the dysfunction within the family, and it's quite obvious, and again, maybe I'm just falling for the manipulation because I feel like I fall for it pretty often with this family, which is really weird and scary. It does sound like Auntie Lynn had, like, a lot of love and compassion for that side of the family and was, like, well-intentioned, if not perhaps a little overbearing. But the situation may be called for a little bit of overbearingness, you know? Doesn't explain any of this, but I kind of get it. Like her sister's going through drug addiction. She's got 2 young children. Ambie Lynn, like, is born. She's literally in the delivery room. Mama Lynn decides to, like, leave across the entire country. Like, Auntie Lynn knows her sister has a problem and is trying to, like, reach out to, like, the babies. Like, I'm not in that position, and I probably will never be in that position, so I can't put myself in it, but it kind of makes sense.
It's so bad.
That's why I'm, like, confused, because, like, I'm being accountable. Like, the shit that I did in my 20s and teenager, like, it's bullshit. Like, I am fully aware of that. But there needs to be some nuance, and I had undiagnosed borderline personality disorder due to all the trauma of my childhood. It makes sense.
Right, and this is the part of the live stream where Ambie will decide to use her mental health as a shield for literally everything she has ever done. Welcome to just another Ambie live stream.
That I was absolutely unwell, and still to this day I am, and I thank God for maturity and for aging, because I feel like that's the only reason why I have come as far as I have. Like, I'm still young in my brain due to the trauma. Like, it's obvious. Everyone says I'm immature, I'm childish,
Has a therapist told you that? Oh, wait, you don't engage with mental health professionals. You just talk to, like, Instagram DMs and ChatGPT. Get a fucking grip, girl. Get a grip. Get a life. Build a bridge. Get over it.
This or that. Like, I do have some age regression, but...
Did she say undiagnosed BPD? I think she's referring to when she was younger. She's saying that in my 20s I had undiagnosed BPD. And that's the reason why she made such terrible choices, apparently. Oh, boy.
I mean, I'm fucking 34, so I'm going to be just naturally a little more mature in some areas. And when it comes to me and you, we have not had a falling out in the last good, like, 5 years. That is why I, in my opinion, have been so beyond confused by why all of this is happening. Like...
I don't think it's very confusing why it's happening. It sounds like Auntie Lynn's just had a fuck enough and decided to... I don't know whether or not it's attempting to clear her name, drag you through the mud, probably both, but, like, we're here now, I guess.
In my opinion, how I saw it was after the whole Kiwi Farms thing, like, where you were doing all that, like, genuinely that hurt so bad, but that was the last falling out we had. And I thought...
And then they made up, and then they got back together, and then they're living 15 minutes away from each other. This fucking show, guys.
Thought that.
And I understand.
The season's crazy. These new writers are wild.
Let's just touch this. There's a lot to cover, and I get that. And I don't want to ever seem like I'm
Also, chat, if you'd like to hit the like button down there, feel free. Sorry.
cutting you off, but I don't want to get too far where we don't handle certain things. I will admit Kiwi Farms was not the nicest thing for an aunt to do. But again, it's when you push me to the end. When I've had enough, I've tried and tried and tried and got slapped around by you, by your lies, by your manipulation. And again, I have it in text. So it's not just hearsay. It's stuff that I can say, Amber, this is what I said, this is what you said. And it's not just in your 20s. Like you say, you're in your 30s now, right?
You must feel like some kind of particularly gaslit if you, like, exist in a reality where you are having, like, a conversation with someone, and then they go on the internet and say something completely different, and then you watch that, and you're like, am I going crazy? Like, that would take some kind of, like, toll on you, imagine. Yeah. Log off, everyone. I mean, not right now if you're having fun, but...
You say we've had a good relationship for the last 5 years. I beg to differ, but it's because I started pulling away. I don't know anything about a lot of your last relationships for a reason,
good to see you.
Right? Otherwise, I'd have a lot to say.
Well, I'm glad you don't know anything about Feline because
I would have told it, you're right.
Because I don't want her shit aired out. That is no one's business to do so. Because it just seems
but
like...
did you not say you had a lot to tell us about her the whole time coming here? And
yeah.
then when you got here, you said nothing? Yeah.
Because
That's part of the games that you play.
It does kind of seem like a game Ambie would play.
It's not a game. My mom knows everything.
She does a lot of alluding. Oh my god, these people were so terrible. Why were they so terrible? What people?
But you know nothing because we never got to that level because I read through the lines. You did not want anything to do with me.
And let's talk about the most important part of this equation, my sister. You act like you have a great relationship with my sister today, and that's a lie. You talk horribly to my sister. You treat her like shit. You make her your taxi, your Uber, your this, your that. I hear it all, Amber. And you should realize that by now. I don't have to be in your physical presence to hear about what goes on in our family. And I think you can tell by what I say. I know what I'm saying because you know it. You've been there. You have treated my sister like shit so many times since you've been here.
Again, I'm kind of picking up the, like, protective sister energy from Auntie Lynn. Is this the best method? Probably not. Do I understand the place that it's coming from? No, but I can kind of get it, you know?
And you try to control her, and you make her take time off work to do the stupidest shit.
I 100% believe all of this, by the way. I have been saying since time immemorial, well, the last 2 years, since Ambie got to Oklahoma, I said Ambie Lynn Reid will absolutely hold over everything terrible over Mama Lynn's head to get her way. Because Mama Lynn seems to be in a situation where she just wants to, like, reflect and repair and try to make things better, although isn't really doing that with Auntie Lynn, considering the whole grandma's house conversation. But still, like, in that like, Mama Lynn, Ambie Lynn relationship, 100% down. Ambie gets whatever the fuck she wants because she's able to hold things over Mama Lynn's head. That's not forgiveness. That's just, like, guilt tripping. But whatever.
That you could schedule when she's not at work. But because you only think of you, you do it over and over and over and over and over again.
I would like to speak, please.
Okay.
What I'm hearing you say is that grandma is telling you things, and I think we can both admit she gets her stories completely wrong. A lot of
I don't know if grandma be getting, like, this kind of family drama level stuff wrong, Ambie. Don't do this.
the time. I'm around her, so I know this. I hear her speak and say stories of things that happened while I was there, and she has it so twisted and confused, I can't even believe it. Secondly,
I hate that. I hate that so much. Didn't even need to be said. Why the fuck would you say it?
I do not make my mom take off of work. She has taken off of work a couple times, and
So you do ask your mum to take off work.
it was either for vet reasons for my animals.
Right, vets exist, like, many, like, hours of the day, Ambie. Also, get a fucking Uber.
Or it was for
Or walk.
reasons where I had to go to the doctor, like, because I had to go.
Go to an Uber. Or walk. Catch a fucking bus. I don't know. Skateboard. Whatever.
To get a test done or whatever it may be. And they weren't open. Like, I don't know what to say about that. Like, they
I
weren't
just hear
open.
excuses with that. Sorry.
Yeah, hard agree.
Vets have Saturday services. Vets have after-hour services. My sister gets off at
May I finish
4 and
what I was
5.
saying?
Ambie would know about a 24-hour vet care, by the way. And Chili's. Clock that tea.
So you could do that. So she did take it off for that. You going to the doctor? Okay. That's not an excuse. You can make an appointment. You can.
Ambie doesn't work. Ambie could go at any point in time. If Ambie lived a 4-hour waddle away from a doctor's office, she could spend half her day doing that. Get the fuck up. Put the pants on. Make your way there.
Take an Uber. I mean, you can do DoorDash. You can take an Uber to a
That line took me the fuck out.
doctor's appointment. Take it off for that. You going to the doctor? Okay. That's not an excuse. You can make an appointment. You can take an Uber. I mean, you can do DoorDash. You can take an Uber to a doctor's appointment.
If you can do DoorDash, you can take an Uber. That shit needs to be cross-stitched on a wall.
Doctor doesn't have to lose money to take you.
Clout, thank you for the super chat, honey. Clout says here just in time for Ambie on a skateboard.
Well, she doesn't lose money.
Yeah, she does.
She doesn't lose money for leaving a couple hours at work. Her job is very nice like that. And when that
She's
happens,
taken more than a couple hours. She's taken days off for you. Anyway.
I mean, she did have to take days off to get her to Wisconsin, to be fair. And it didn't really seem like Mama Lynn and boyfriend Lynn were, like, having a holiday.
she has not.
That's the least of our importance. But you don't treat my sister well, and I just want you to know that I'm very aware of it. And so is she. So.
My mom has never taken days off of work. I have never.
Wait, what happened to Wisconsin? Your mum had to drive you to Wisconsin. Did that just happen in a weekend? My God, what a drive. You telling me you drove like 40 hours in a weekend? She didn't need time off work? I don't trust that.
Never asked her to do that. She has taken hours. So say I have an appointment at 11, she'll get off at 10 and then go back to work maybe 12 or 1. So that has happened maybe 3 times since I've been here, and I've been here for 2 years now.
Okay, but you're admitting to it being done.
As for the vets, I finally got a vet that is open on the weekends because I do not want her taking off of work.
Oh, wow, you are so selfless, Ambie Lynn Reid. Chat, Chat, can we get a round of applause for Ambie Lynn Reid? She finally found a vet that is open on weekends, so she doesn't have to ask her mum to take time off work to put her dumpy ass in a car to take the animals to a vet. Oh, well done! Well done, girlie. That is just, wow. That's an achievement. That's gonna go, you know what? Tag that, Mr. Snowflake. That's your flaky award right there. Most effort ever. Ambie Lynn Reid found a vet open on a Saturday so her mum didn't have to take time off work to drive her there. That's, whoo boy, what a, wow. Graveyard, thank you for the super chat, honey. Graveyard says, Amber, if there's Uber mortuary services, are there? Oh my god, there's Uber for doctor's appointments. She can get a visiting doctor. Maybe. I don't know if that works. Telehealth? Something. Go fucking walk.
And I think having a doctor's appointment and my mom actually wanting to be there by my side during those times.
I think Ambie, I'm not a professional. You have attachment stuff going on. I think you need to start to learn to like go out and do stuff for yourself without having someone there to hold your hand or force you to do it. Because I get the feeling Mama Lynn is often listening to Ambie being like, hey, you need to go to the doctor. Like, you're talking about all of this serious stuff. You should probably go to a doctor. Go to a doctor, Ambie. And then Mama Lynn has to step up and be like, hey, Ambie, I'll take Friday off and I'll take you to the doctor. But you really, like, these things that you're saying sounds like you need to go to a doctor. Ambie's not going to, like, action any of that stuff herself. That's why she is reliant on partners and her mum to take her places. It's not just about taking her places. It's that she won't do it by her fucking self.
It says more good than it does bad. I would never force my mom to do anything. I ask
Lies.
her. And more than anything, she offers.
Guilt is the word you're looking for. You guilt her? Guilt her?
I guess it just depends who tells the story.
Huh?
I guess it just depends who tells the story, but I hear you.
It's unfair to me that you're believing, like, gossip. It's sad because it makes me not even want to have a relationship with my grandma because when I go over to... She
doesn't want to have a relationship with you, so don't worry about that at all.
So rude. So disrespectful and so rude.
That's why you don't go over to her house. When's the last time you went over besides the very last time? Besides that one, Amber. When's the last time you were over at my mom's?
2 weeks.
Black Pantera says, Poppy, just a note. Also remember, she made her mum take her to the ER in the middle of the night. Yes, I do remember. 4 a.m. standing outside of Chili's joking about a salad.
Before that.
Yeah. I know you guys take pictures.
It's fine. I'm sure Mama Lynn just had an extra cup of coffee or something before work the next day. She'd be fine.
And you put it in your videos, so I pretty much know when you're there. And also, I was talking to my mom about 3 to 5 times every single day. So to think I don't hear what goes...
Oh, was that Mother's Day she went to the ER? Oh my god. I didn't realize that. That's unhinged. That's actually... Because did she have anything wrong with her? Was it just gas that time? Can't remember.
On every single day. Pretty obvious, I do. You know my mom. You know how she is, right?
Yes, I'm also like confused because...
So like she'll tell you one
Grandma Lynn versus Ambie live. That's next, guy. That's next season's finale.
thing. She'll tell my sister one thing. She'll tell me one thing. We all know this, but there's still the common. You don't get up till after 3, so my sister can't do this or that with my mom because, Amber, she don't get up till after 3. I don't know how many
That one sent me.
times I'd hear that over and over and over again. Now, she can't make any plans with my mom to go do her nails or bingo anymore because she has to Amber. It's all about Amber.
Right, so Auntie Lynn's a morning person. Ambie clearly not. That's where the crossed wires are happening here.
If I'm being quite frank, I only see my mom once a week. It is on Saturdays. Sometimes Sundays. That is
unless she needs to take you to the vet or the doctors, right, girl? Or grocery shopping, because she also takes you grocery shopping. She's basically a door dasher.
When we will go to grandma's. But that's the only time I see my mom. I don't see her throughout the week. I talk to her on the phone. I message her. I see how she's doing and stuff, obviously.
So you guys don't go to Friday bingo no more?
No, I do not. I go to bingo once a week, and it's on Saturday. So I spend 24/7 alone, and I feel like it actually has made me grow. Like, no pun intended, not like that. But it's I
jokes.
love living alone. I love being alone. But anyways, I'm gonna start rambling about that. Back to grandma. I'm actually taken aback right now because when I'm around her, we laugh like, oh my god, I can't even, like, it hurts our ribs. We laugh so much. We have such a good time. Like, I help her when she's walking. Like, it's just confusing because we always have such a good time, and I never, besides on my birthday, that was
Are
like,
you going to tell me that you guys have never gotten an argument while you've been
Yeah,
at
on my-
mom's
on my-
about the way that you talk to my sister?
on my birthday we got into an argument. We did, but
You
I mean,
also got into it about having my sister give you your shots too, right?
so I started crying, and my mom was like explaining how she's totally fine with it and stuff, and it started to make me feel guilty. Where I was like, is my
You
mom actually like just saying she's not triggered? But no, she's not triggered because she wants to take.
You made her be like that, Amber. You made her feel like she can't tell you no because you keep bringing up the past all the time.
May I finish what I was saying?
Now she owes you everything. So yeah, she's afraid to tell you no.
May I
She didn't want
finish?
to do that.
May I finish
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying?
continue now.
My mom, no is her favorite word. She tells me no about a lot of things constantly, and I just accept it for what it is. I just say, okay, I call it a day. So that's not true.
That's funny because whenever I tell you no, I got to go on and on for fucking hours and text. I'm a horrible person.
Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry. Lily, thank you for the super chat, honey. Lily says, I still have a week of holidays, and this is so entertaining. The Lynn family, the family Lynn, needs some sun and a creamy on the beach. Agreed. Thanks, Poppy and chat. Love from Denmark. Love right back, Lily. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Thank you for the super chat. I need to go back on this because not allegedly confused Grandma Lynn. Don't listen to Grandma Lynn. She's just confused. Confused Grandma Lynn getting into an argument with Amber Lynn about the way she speaks to her mother, Mama Lynn, and the fact that she asks Mama Lynn to give her Ozempic jabs. I might be team Grandma Lynn at this point in time. Go back. What was that?
Explaining how she's totally fine with it and stuff, and it started to make me feel guilty. Where I was like, is my mom actually like just saying she's not triggered? But no, she's not triggered because she wants to take.
You made her be like that, Amber. You made her feel like she can't tell you no.
Agreed. I don't know these people. Agreed.
Because you keep bringing up the past all the time.
May I finish what I was saying?
The fact that Auntie Lynn is legitimately saying that Ambie brings up the past all the time, which we know to be true because we have eyes. What a read.
Owes you everything. So yeah, she's afraid to tell you no.
May
She
I
didn't want
finish?
to do that.
May I finish
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying?
can continue now.
My mom, no is her favorite word. She tells me no about a lot of things constantly, and I just accept it for what it is. I just say, okay, I call it a day. So that's not true.
That's funny, because whenever I
Want them to do a housewife-style reunion on the sofas. Girl, that's amazing. Yes, give it a couple of months. Oh, let's get, like, Christmas with the Lyns. How fun would that be?
tell you no, I got to go on and on for fucking hours and text. I'm a horrible person.
Zen, thank you for the super chat. Love Zen says, how does Ambie help Grammy walk when it's on video? Well, it is slower than Granny. I don't know, actually. I don't know. I'm assuming she's like helping Granny Lynn up, maybe? I don't know.
So again, I'm not in my 20s anymore. So
I'm not talking about just your 20s.
We obviously are, because
No,
I mean,
we're not.
me and you, we haven't even talked in 2 years. So it's like, how can you sit there and like still hold me to some standard of who I was in my 20s or when we talked more? I've changed even in the last year.
Have you watched your videos, Amber? You are a recycle, repeat. Like, there's nothing new about you right now. You are the same person you were yesterday, last week, last month, last year.
The fact that someone in her real life, her auntie, is telling the audience this needs to hold a little bit of weight. Like, I feel as if Ambie tries to gaslight us because we're all just haters who criticize and, like, dislike her because she's fat or whatever. I feel like if you've got, like, over 50% of your ex-partners who are featured on the internet saying that you're, like, an abusive fuckhead, and then you've got family members who come online and say you're full of shit and you've never changed, are we, like, who should we believe in this instance? Because I have an idea of who I'm believing.
Watch your videos. Watch reaction videos. It shows it over and over again.
It's
Rinse, cycle, replay. You haven't changed, Amber. I wish you had, but you haven't.
Okay.
Tammy does have the inside scoop.
Okay.
It's true.
Do you know why me and your mom's not talking?
Yes.
Can you tell me the reason?
You guys had an argument
Over what?
over personal family things?
Nothing's personal.
Tammy Lynn said it. Nothing's personal, chat. For the Lyns. The Lyns don't keep it personal. They keep it messy.
I mean, what we've aired out, what you've aired out about our family already, I don't think we have much more to hide, do we? So I don't think this one stands above the rest. So what's your story? What's the reason?
Do you know what's wild as well? Now just thinking back over the last week, Ambie talking shit about Auntie Lynn and how Auntie Lynn's got the daughter who doesn't talk to her but talks to Ambie and Mama Lynn, and they shit talk her. Oh god. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Why don't I have popcorn?
My mom thought she was getting grandma's house, and obviously that meant a lot to her because my mom loves grandma with all her heart. And
you can love someone and not expect their house in the will, by the way, just as a note.
She wanted to keep it in the family. And I mean, I'm not going to sit here and explain her feelings, but it was deep reasons, not shallow reasons. So I just want to make that clear.
Well, I'm going to make it clear the true story.
I
That
didn't
way
get
it's
to-
on this recording.
I didn't
and
get
you
to-
can share it with your mom, and you can share it with all your people. And then
Hi! I wouldn't say we're Ambie's people, but we do watch her.
the truth will be out whenever you're done with your side.
I didn't get to finish.
I'm sorry.
So when my mom found out that that wasn't the case, it shocked her for a lot of deep personal reasons.
For the personal reasons because she wanted the house?
And it made her very upset, and she reacted out of that upsetness, and you guys got in an argument.
I don't know, girl, and the way that she's about to tell this story, they're outside sitting on, like, a bench at a bus stop or outside of a shop or something, having, like, an argument about inheritance. Meanwhile, Grandma Lynn, the occupant of the house, is still there, and the two daughters are fighting over who gets the house. From Auntie Lynn's perspective, she says, now's not the time. And Mama Lynn is not about that. She said, I'll fight you right now.
Okay?
Square up.
So that's the story that you know.
May I ask you
Uh-huh.
why you think this matters in this moment?
Because it shows you guys' character, your behavior, what I put up with in this family, what I have put up with, what I still put up with. It shows a lot. It shows that
It's the water drop that overfilled the bottle, Ambie. You should know that analogy. Do you know what an analogy is? You write a lot of poems. I feel like you would.
sister, your mother, my sister, who nobody will doubt for a second, I was her keeper. I was her person. I was the person who showed up for her time and time again, paid for her. I mean, would you argue with that?
Holding it above her head isn't fair, especially.
I'm not
Rich from you, girl. Rich from you.
showed up for her time and time again, paid for her. I mean, would you argue with that?
Holding it above her head isn't fair, especially.
I'm not
That's not Auntie Lynn holding anything above Mama Lynn's head. That's her acknowledging the fact that she put in a lot of work and a lot of effort because she clearly loved and maybe overstepped some boundaries and got frustrated and spoke a lot, sure, but like clearly wanted her sister to be okay.
I'm just saying, everyone knows in the family it's me that did all that. I was the one who loved my sister beyond measure for decades.
Okay.
And was always there for her every time she needed me.
To me,
Don't you fucking roll your eyes at that, Ambie. Don't do that. That's dirty. You can, as messy as and fucked up and dramatic as all of this is, and as much as Auntie Lynn has to say, you should not disrespect like Auntie Lynn's efforts to help your own fucking mother that you weren't doing, by the way. Understandably, you're the child in this situation. I get it. But like, acknowledge the fact that your mum's sister was trying to help her at many points throughout her life by the sounds of it.
it feels like your goal in this like going public thing is to make my mom look bad and to make me look worse.
No,
And-
it's to show that your mom, just because she got clean and sober, doesn't make you a good person automatically. There's still behaviors that need to be changed.
My mom-
And this was a big one.
My mom is a good person, and I've never, like, she's not even a good person who does bad things. She genuinely is a good person who does good things. Like, having
Well,
an,
I'm not going to sit here and
This whole, like, moral, I am a good person, I just do bad things bullshit from Amber Lynn screams young adult.
bash my sister tit for tat for you, but you know what I mean.
AO3? No, I won't besmirch the good name of AO3.
It's real rich coming from you. Real rich.
calling my mom a good person who does good things, how does that make me
Of
real
course
rich?
she's a good person.
I think it's really fucking immature and stupid, like, especially in this argument. We're not arguing the morals of an individual here. This is just down in the mud, dumpy shit.
and she does good things. When she found recovery, she'd give other homeless people money all the time and help people all the time. Her
Sabby, thank you for the super chat, honey. Sabby says, seeing Amber clearly uncomfortable for the first time in a long time is worth its weight in gold. Cheers to everyone except for Lynch.
was good. She did
Thanks,
homeless
honey.
bags for the homeless, keeping with the tradition that I started, which of course on the video you guys might get like it's your thing, which I thought was cute and hurtful at the same time, because I did the homeless bags when my sister was homeless and out there. I continued during the Christmas times with me and my husband. Then sister came into the picture and me and sister did them together. But what happened this year?
That's a really nice story. I would have appreciated that story. But I also think Auntie Lynn might be taking things a little too personally. But also, Ambie is manipulative, so I can see the exhaustion. Zebra, thank you for the super chat, honey. Zebra says, God, Amber is driving me nuts. Ended up admitted to the hospital. Oh, I hope you're okay, honey. So watching this for the second time. Feel better, love. Big cup of tea.
Amber and sister did it.
Hope you're all right.
And then, oh yeah, we did. This is a tradition. It's a number 3 in our family. Those are intentional slaps to me. You know I watch your videos.
Now that I think about it, it would be a little bit tinfoil beret theory, but I could understand the conspiracy of Auntie Lynn does a thing, Ambie claims it's her own thing, and Ambie makes content on the internet to try to get ass pats for the thing that her family actually started, not her. With zero acknowledgement. I could see that. I think it might be taking it a little too personally of an attack, but I mean, if you surround yourself with a manipulator and they do shady shit like that, I could get the stress.
You guys know I'm gonna see that, and you know what it does to me.
When I went to go see my cousin Crystal, when I did homeless bags, when I say the number 3, I'm not thinking of you. I'm not thinking, ooh, my aunt's gonna see this. Like, that's paranoia talking, and that's it.
No, it's not. At the end of the day.
And that felt particularly manipulative. Ambie being like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's just paranoia. I'm not doing this stuff to personally upset you. Meanwhile, they've seemingly like been at each other for the last, the last month heavily, but like they've seemingly been in disagreement for the last year, 8 months. It's crazy.
Your mom says that she is a Christian and she's in sobriety, and she, you have to learn to forgive.
Oh, her mum's Christian. That explains Ambie's dear Heavenly Father, mention the other day. Right. Got it. It was just a new thing that I was trying to figure out where it was from, but it turns out the mum's religious. Got it.
Right? But when the thing happened about the house, which we still haven't covered, when it happened though, and it wasn't my doing, it started with my mom, and I handled it the correct way. Sister got mad at me. So all this time, I thought she was not talking to me about 2 statements that I made during that time.
Not the shout out to Jesus. Shout out to Jesus.
Turns out, nope, it's just about the house. Okay. So, we go back to the beginning of the house when we originally talked about the house with my mom. I am buying my first home. So, in their minds, I have a home, which is not factual. I'm paying out the ass for my home every month. I don't own it. The bank owns it. So, I'm buying my home. My sister, just getting clean and sober, we honestly didn't know, obviously, if she'd even stay clean and sober. So my mom was wondering about the house. How could we have my sister in the house? Well, as most people know, even the younger of younger know, that normally in a family situation, you do it 50-50 between 2 siblings. And if the one sibling wants to live in the house, they buy out the other sibling.
That makes sense.
So let's just put a number of $80,000. Let's say the house is $80,000. How would your mom...
My shock at that number in the original stream. This was an example number, allegedly, but... Guys.
ever come up with $40,000 to pay me out? Based on what we knew then. And I, being the good sister, said, let's not worry about that. Sister can move in the house, and when it comes time for her paying me out, I don't care if she gives me $250 a month for the rest of her life, as long as she has a home. Right? That's a good sister.
Dr. On Call, yeah, I think so, because she was watching Ambie's live when she called in.
Then you fast forward.
And listening, so yeah.
Now, as you know, your mom's going to have 10 years clean. She's in the same apartment, same relationship.
Can't believe you got married on her soberversary date, you bitch! Sorry. I'd forgotten that was something Ambie was crying over.
Same job, doing very well, has a nice little nest egg. She's doing great. couldn't be more proud of her success in her sobriety. So when we're in California, my mom...
Honestly, Lottie, it'll probably stick with me until the end of time. That's going straight in the vault.
...starts it, not me. Sobriety. So when we're in California, my mom starts it, not me. She starts the conversation over and over how people are saying it's not fair, that most families split it 50-50, yada, yada, yada. She even talked to my Uncle Ron out there about it. And that's what happened outside of the hotel that day. They were smoking cigarettes. Your mom's sitting on a bench. I'm standing to the side. My mom brings up the house thing. And I look at my mom and I say, Mom, now is not the time. Sister overhears this and questions, huh? What was that? And I tell her, now is not the time. She says, no, I already heard it. I already have it set in my mind that that's my house. So a fight starts.
Meanwhile, Grandma Lynn's still living there, right?
Even though I tried to avoid it.
Zebra, thank you for the super chat again, honey. Zebra says, I understand that getting sober is incredible and a big deal for the individual. And yeah, maybe some family members, but the idea that no other family member could do anything important on that day is crazy. I agree. I 100% agree. And like, Auntie Lynn has already explained, like, the history behind that all. The fact that, like, the date that they got married was actually the couple's anniversary date before it was Mama Lynn's soberversary. So Ambie just had it, like, all the way tangled. And Auntie Lynn came forward and had a pretty good explanation on how she wanted to make the day extra special by involving Mama Lynn in the wedding and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Ambie just seems to, I don't know. Ambie just wants to fight. Well, she doesn't want to fight. She just wants to paint everyone as the villain when, you know, Grimace is right here. Grimace wasn't a villain. He was just misunderstood. And a chicken nugget.
That's my house. So a fight starts, even though I tried to avoid it. I said two things pretty, I guess, shitty. But, you know, when you're arguing, we do that. I'm human, too. So I did say, number one, you would never be able to buy a house. You would have to have a house given to you, just like our mother. And number two, you're right. You'll never have a marriage like mine because it takes work and dedication and love and
So now the sisters are fighting.
nurturing, which she would never. And if you lie about your mom's relationship with Steven, that's just a whole new level.
Oh, Steven is boyfriend Lynn. Right, I'm learning all the names today.
It's horrible. So tell the story you want to tell, but I got that juice too. So
Not the juice.
anyway, back to the house though. So there was our little fight. And then I kept saying, I told you now is not
Got Lizzo lyrics from like 5 years ago. I think it was 5 years ago.
the time. Not wanting to throw my mom under the bus, talking her shit. I'm trying to have peace. So then, you know, the next day, whatever, a few hours later, whatever it is, your mom says, sister, can we just put this at rest right now and enjoy our vacation? And I say yes, and I thought we did. And then it's a big issue again. I can't tell the whole story because then it throws my mom underneath the bus, right? Well, it gets worse.
Grandma Lynn seems a little messy in this situation.
And the only reason why I'm letting this out is for me. Not for you, not for sister, not for my mom. This is for me. This is the family we come from. My mom and I went to her lawyers, had her trust changed.
Uh-huh.
Totally different scenario. And she wanted to die having my sister think that she's getting that house. And when that trust is read, boy, would your mom's head would have fucking turned.
That is some Days of Our Lives type of shit right there. Auntie Lynn and Granny Lynn went to the lawyer and said, girl, we're going to change this will up. We're not doing a 50-50 split. Mama Lynn who? She's not on this piece of paper. Granny Lynn might be the villain. I mean, they're all a little villainous, to be fair, but like that's some like spite from beyond the grave type of shit to your own daughter. Crazy. Bex, thank you for the super chat, honey. Bex says, don't mind me, just testing my sisters, thanking them for being normal. Chat, I said this in the initial stream, I'll say it again. Reach out to your family members who you love and appreciate and just tell them that you love and appreciate them today. Just tell them thank you for being like in your life and you know what, that's not just blood family, that's chosen family, friends, your dentist, whoever. Just acknowledge the people in your life who are not messy, spiteful, and just fucking giant, gassy manipulators. Friday, thank you for the super chat, honey. Friday says, no one better ever give birth on that sober date. We're gonna... Oh, I need a calendar. We've got to mark November 1st. We've got to do something special on that day. Maybe rewatch this. Have fun.
Shocked at the difference what that trust says. There is rules and stipulations that your mom would have to follow to get anything.
Oh, I didn't hear this the first time.
There is rules and stipulations that your mom would have to follow to get anything.
Interesting. I wonder what they are. Interesting. Oh, contractual obligations in the will. Interesting. I guess someone did mention it in the chat. Good Girl tagged me to say, Poppy, this is actually really common in families with addicts. Addicts will pester to be in the will, but the amount of money in one go can cause relapses. Which I guess is why, like, a situation like this might occur, where, like, there's a trust or a fund or, like, money or whatever, or, like, a property that might be in the trust, but isn't accessible until certain scenarios take place. So, I can see that.
My mom wanted me to hold that in the whole time while looking at my sister in her face, thinking that she was getting this house.
That is a lot. That's messy. Zen, thank you for the super chat, honey. Zen says, Granny Lynn still remembers the firm neck hug. And Nikki, thank you for gifting 10 channel memberships, honey. I appreciate it. Chat, if you've received a gift, enjoy your buttholes, and please make sure you thank the lovely Nikki for the gift.
My mom wanted to die and let my sister find out after.
I mean, that would cause a lot less conflict to, everything. It'd be a lot more conflict once you've passed, but you've passed, you don't have to deal with it.
Kind of stress I carry for this family. If I tell sister...
This is like a Glass Onion film. I said that the other day.
Sister and my mom will not have a relationship again. I'll be the bad one, right? So I took it, and I said nothing, and it continued to put separation in between me and my sister. Therefore, you jumped on board and continued to be separated as well. That's how this broke down.
Okay.
Oh, Jack in a Box, say it louder for everyone. Jack says, if you have a moment of reconciliation and then continue to be selfish and awful, that makeup Ambie keeps referring to doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. It just really speaks to Ambie's manipulative, nonsense. To, have reconciliation, to make up with family members, and then to just continue to be, a terrible person, expecting them to forgive everything. That's so Ambie-coded.
So there you go.
I just don't understand what this has to do with anything.
It was Auntie Lynn putting into perspective why Auntie Lynn and Mama Lynn were originally fighting. And then you decided, fuck Auntie Lynn because she doesn't drive me around, and now we're kind of here. The short version.
Shows your maturity.
Well,
but at the end of the day, you are who you are. I am who I am. Largely it's because of our family. The difference between me and you is you will always play victim, and I will always look to heal. I tried my best with you.
I don't know how healing this is for anyone outside of maybe Auntie Lynn, but I'm kind of understanding where Tammy's energy is coming from. Do I think it might be too much for a lot of people? 100%. Do I think, this madness is helpful or healing? No. Fuck no. But do I understand where the frustration of, how much frustration has led to this point? I kind of get it. Barry, thank you for the super chat, honey. Barry says, my grandparents set up a trust and my mum and siblings only got money when my grandma passed in 23. My aunt is using her inheritance to buy my grandma's house, so I get what Aunt Tammy is saying. Yeah, I totally get it. I totally understand. And, different families are different as well. If there's stocks or bonds or, real estate or a boat, I don't know. What do people keep in a trust? Coins. I understand splitting that financially might be hard. So it's okay, this person's in this particular situation. They get the house. This one gets the boat. This one gets, the stocks. I get it. But, this entire situation being played out on Blue Ivy's internet for free. What a laugh.
Amber, I was never enough. I will never be enough. And as this life unfolds, I see it more and more clear. I can't see how I can devote decades to two people that can literally throw me to the side for no reason at all.
Can I?
And you brought up going to visit
TLC would never. TLC wishes.
Crystal.
TLC's dropped the ball. I don't think I've ever watched TLC. Wait, was no, not Toddlers and Tiaras. Was Honey Boo Boo on TLC?
That was hurtful too. Because you know I don't have my daughter in my life. You probably even know more reasons than I do. But regardless, you and my sister both know what that daughter has done and is doing. And
Oh, yes? Oh my god. I had no idea. But there you go. I have watched a TLC show.
you guys both chose to go visit her. Where was she when you needed anything? Where was she when sister needed anything? Never, not once did she step up and help out. She's a user and a manipulator.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. Kerry, thank you for being here for 46 months. Kerry says Auntie Lynn is the best side character. Yeah. The most dramatic, for sure. For sure.
Her. Where was she
The real Lyns of Oklahoma.
when you needed anything? Where was she when sister needed anything? Never, not once did she step up and help out. She's a user and a manipulator and a greedy, money-hungry person, just like you guys. That's why you guys get along. I don't get along with my daughter, because just like you, I don't.
This is a lot for a mum to be talking about her daughter who we don't know, by the way. This, I probably wouldn't have kept this.
Don't let people get
This would have been written out of the script, you know?
away with their shit. I say the truth, and you guys can't handle it.
So I visited Crystal because she's my cousin and I love her. And I just...
So Crystal is Cousin Lynn. We won't use Crystal as a name because there's already a character with that name, obviously. Cousin Lynn.
genuinely enjoyed being around her, and I can't wait to see her again. And that's the truth.
Well,
She
good.
has
Maybe Cousin Lynn will come online and do like a stream with Ambie.
You guys live a miserable life together. I
Crystal too.
really don't care. The fact that you went and seen her, period, knowing what you know, shows enough for me. It's okay.
Crystal Lynn.
So I just feel like conversation keeps floating back and forth because like we keep going off on different topics, but
Well, of course, it's decades of trauma.
yeah, I'm mainly only trying to focus on what's happened in the last couple of years because I like when me and you made up again, especially like, 4 years ago or whatever, like that meant something to me.
Okay, so they've been talking for 4 years. 2 years of which have been in Oklahoma.
And that's why I don't know why we keep going backwards instead of forwards. So that's why I'm very much stuck in the last, couple of years.
It's because of all the lies, even current. I watch another thing that you said that was so far from the truth is that you talked something about gift giving and that you used to send me gifts, and no matter what, it was never enough. Why do you
I think it's hard as well because Ambie's saying, look at all of the good things I did when I was younger. And Auntie Lynn saying, look at all the terrible things you did when you were younger. And she's like, but I don't want to talk about the past. I just want to talk about the last few years. It's like, okay, but Ambie, you keep pulling examples of the past as reasons, like, to why your auntie should not be doing all of this. Like, you can't have it both ways. Nikki, thank you for 4 months, honey. Nikki says her expressions are just annoying. Zero accountability. No, she I don't know what this face is. Just, Chad, if you could use one word to describe the face, what would the word be? Like, rude.
say shit like that when it's so far from the truth? I have videos of me
She's mad. She's just mad.
opening up your gifts,
Wasn't Crystal.
crying, because I'm so happy, and it's not a
Oh, sullen is a good word.
show for anyone. I've never sent it to anyone. I was gonna send it to you, but never did. But I would be full of emotion.
It is very dismissive. Yeah. She seems very disengaged. Not like consciously, but she seems disengaged with the conversation because she's just not interested. Like, she doesn't... I don't think she should have picked up this phone call on this live stream, but boy, howdy she did.
Just getting anything from you because you were my niece. And I sent you gifts back. And we had that going until my sister came in the picture, and then that ended, just like everything else. It's like you come in the picture and things end for my sister, and then my sister comes in the picture and things end for us. Weird, huh?
So back to what I was saying.
Not even an acknowledgement of what was said. Sorry, back to the topic I brought up.
So
She's just going to keep asking the same question. So what has happened in the last few years that makes you hate me?
after Thanksgiving, like I did message you randomly in December.
Asking for a vape.
And why wasn't that enough for you to invite me to Christmas?
Because you shit talked her at Thanksgiving. You shit talked her. Did you take her something? Did you like bring a pie? Did you thank her? Did you like send a gift, a card, a nice handwritten note, a candle? Lord knows you probably got enough. Nothing. I reckon you ate half a turkey, stuffed the other half like in your back pocket, walked out, didn't even say thank you, and just shit talked Auntie Lynn to cousin Lynn. So many Lynns. The family Lynn. Abyssal Bunny. Thank you for the super chat, honey. Abyssal says, I think Ambie is letting her aunt talk to fill her runtime. She got her an hour of content, guys. Time to clock out. Oh yeah, she's actually worked overtime at the factory. This is an hour and 43. Yeah. She's gonna make bank from this though. You know what she should do? I don't know whether it's petty or not. It's my level of petty. She should send Aunt Tammy a bunch of flowers thanking her for this. Because honestly, like, she's going to be rolling in it in like a month's time.
Because we went the whole month of October that you were here. I get to see you. Then I got to see you in November because I invited you to Thanksgiving. And besides that, the only text I think I have is for the vape. And then nothing in December until you asked something, I think it was COVID, how I was doing from COVID. And I answered that even while I was sick. And then you said Merry Christmas on Christmas. And the day after, I think it was like at 7:30 in the morning, I told you happy late Christmas. Obviously, I was pretty sick at the time. And then nothing past that. Nothing in January, nothing till February 24th where you sent me the picture. By then, I was done. You had been here since October, and I seen you once. No, twice. The day I was in your apartment, and then...
Oh, okay. So when she's saying she's been here since October, she means after she got back from Tommy Slommy's place. Right. But just, again, Ambie's been in Oklahoma for 2 years.
It was February 1st where I messaged you.
February.
I messaged you and asked if you wanted to hang out with me, Eric, and Ricky. Like, I was literally...
I was out of town, Amber.
I know, but that was my way of showing you, like, I'm thinking of you because I know you really liked them.
Again, chat, just a reminder, use your actual words. Like, if you're thinking of a family member and you just want to, like, check in and say hi, hope you're doing well, thinking of you, you can just send that message. You can. You can pick up the phone. You can. You don't need to, like, do weird shit like that.
At the time, and, like, that was my way of...
Like, if you see a fun-looking cloud, you can just send a photo. I don't know. Bad example, maybe, but you get the drift.
Like, I don't know, an olive branch, something.
Oh, the year before, after she moved there? Wait, what? She's only seen Aunt Tammy one time? That's hectic.
Because I genuinely was not choosing sides. And like you said, Grandma told you I was, quote-unquote, boo-hooing over it because I was hurt. Like, I was excited to come here and have you in my life, like, genuinely.
Why didn't you text me?
I did.
Why didn't you text me and say, like you have before, again, I have probably 25 of them, Auntie, what can we do to fix this? Auntie, I don't want to lose you. I'm sorry I said this, or this. Auntie, I'm sorry. I pushed...
And this is why Auntie Lynn asked whether or not Ambie was told not to speak to her, right? Because clearly Auntie Lynn's sitting over here being like, why is my niece not talking to me? Why did she shit talk my turkey and eat so much of it? And now she's just like, not even talking to me. She just wants fucking weed vapes. That's weird.
You away because this is what I do to people. How many times have I gotten those messages? But this chapter, I didn't get nothing even close to that. When you knew it was between me and my sister fighting, you could have at any time said, Auntie, I understand you're having a problem with my sister right now, but I still want to see you. Can we have lunch?
Because...
I mean, she didn't even need to go that far. She could have just texted and said, hey, do you want to meet up somewhere? But then, I guess, Ambie can't be bothered because she's lazy as fuck and also is reliant on Mama Lynn to drive her around, so...
Because
You want to come over?
Like I said, I was trying to read between the lines.
The fact that she never invited Auntie Lynn over to her house as well, though, that's hecticana. You can there's something fucky going on in that house. She's not wanting her aunt, who lives 15 minutes down the road, to come and visit the house. Something's going on. That place is a shit sty. I'm telling you right now, pee pads up the fucking walls.
When I noticed that you weren't texting me at all, ever, it made me realize maybe she doesn't want anything to do with me. Like when I wasn't invited to Christmas, when I didn't get a happy birthday, when I wasn't receiving texts from you, when all you did was heart my love and miss you, like that, those were my small ways of like offer, like, opening the doors to a relationship with you, and you were not
They already had a relationship. What are you talking about?
stepping through the door. Like,
Oh, it's her fault. It's Auntie Lynn's fault for not reading between the lines like fucking Ambie Lynn did. Great.
that's the best way to put it. And it's just like, what was I supposed to do with that? I was starting to genuinely feel like a fool.
Well, I'm looking at the text right now as we speak, and we just got two different sides. That's all I can say.
Yeah, this is why open communication is good. It's good. Catch up with someone for coffee if you've got something to talk about. Get in person. Or, like, messy on the internet. Whatever.
And I don't know what else to say besides that. I mean, I have it in front of me, Amber, so you can't, like, turn it a different narrative. You know what I mean? It's right here.
I also have it in front of me.
And how many, you say I never tried to be a good aunt. You don't think that's hurtful to hear you say that? When I have, how many, what were those things called? Slap books, slam books, something like that. 200 and something questions.
This part sent me. You know Ambie Lynn Reid was a fan of Auntie Lynn because they played Choosy. I don't know what a slam book is. Chat, you're going to have to educate me. What's a slam book?
Things called slap books, slam books, something like that. 200 and something questions. I did multiple times throughout the years with you.
Yeah, wow.
Even when I'm working, busy as hell, in between customers.
Ambie really needs a hobby that isn't forcing people to answer questions, hey? Slamber! Oh my god, Marissa, what a throwback. Yeah, Slamber. Yeah, she really needs to get a hobby. Or, like, take Twinkie for a walk.
Texting you answers because you're like, answer my questions, you know, all the time. But yet you don't know me from shit. You didn't even know how old I was.
I don't know
I'm your
anyone's
mom's
age.
younger sister by 2 years.
I don't know anyone's age.
Your mom is 56. So how could you think I was in my 40s?
It's not my fault. I just don't know when anyone's birthday or their ages are or what their faces are, chat. It's not my fault. But also I get mad at people who don't remember my birthday. Alrighty.
Because I don't know anyone's age.
Because you don't put in
Is it a smash journal or a smash gurnal? Is that what it is? I don't know.
any energy into anything except what you do.
If I don't put any energy into everything...
You would know my date, my birthday.
Okay.
You only have one aunt.
Okay.
See, they're both upset that they don't remember each other's birthday. We need a cup of tea. We need a crumpet.
Not that hard.
I have multiple aunts, but you're the only one that is in my current life. But,
Okay, if you want to talk about blood, I guess, but you have one aunt.
I don't have one aunt.
Yeah, you do.
I don't have one aunt.
Oh, okay. I guess I have never met your other aunts.
Aunt Kathy,
I don't know.
it was her
I don't know
daughter.
your dad's size.
It was her daughter when I was 7 years old.
Like I said, I don't know them. I don't know their...
So, this is Auntie Lynn not thinking about the George, Daddy Lynn side of the family, right? Now we get Aunt Kathy. So Kathy Lynn has entered the picture. Ill, uncomfy, very uncomfy by the way, but I suppose in this conversation, also unflattering, but in this conversation now, there is an extension of the law that the interaction that Ambie had when she was 7 was Kathy Lynn's daughter? Is that this history here? It's very uncomfy.
other aunts.
Aunt Kathy,
I don't know.
it was her
I don't know
daughter.
your dad's size.
It was her daughter when I was 7 years old.
Like I said, I don't know them. I don't know their
Okay,
names.
so
I
stop
know
saying I
nothing
have
about
one
them.
aunt when I don't. It's just, it's part of like all of this.
Poppy, is Aunt Kathy like an aunt like Uncle Bumpy is an uncle? I don't think so, BJ, because she's saying here she's got more than one aunt, right? So I think it's Daddy Lynn's sister, Kathy Lynn.
Nonsense, you say things that aren't real.
Okay, I'm
Oh, Kathy Reid. Well, it is the Reid side of the family. You know, you're right. It's Daddy Reid, Auntie Reid, right? Cousin Reid. Got it. The Reids and the Lyns. There's just a lot. It's a lot. We need a fucking tree.
sorry. I'm the one aunt that's been in your life since you were how old? I don't know how else to say that.
Yeah. Auntie Reid is Daddy Reid's sister. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
Not important.
Because there's Cousin Lynn and Cousin Reid, two very different sides of the family.
Genuinely do not remember what I was saying. Oh yeah. So you sit there and you say that like
The Capulets and the Montagues. Oh my god. The Lynns and the Reids. Shakespeare fucking could never.
Because I don't know your age means
Tragedy.
I don't care. That's not true. That is genuinely so untrue, because the only example I can like show of that is like, how well do I know you and your likes just based on like when we would gift exchange. Like I knew exactly, like you would always tell me how good of a gift giver I was. And that was based off of a long distance family relationship.
Scooty, I see you. I did. I wanted to revisit this one because my first initial reaction was just shock. This one's a little deeper.
That we had.
But I never tried. I never tried to be a good aunt, remember?
No,
so how did you learn about me?
I'm letting you know that I do know you. I do learn about you. I'm just not good with birthdays, names, or ages, and that's okay. But don't equate that into me being a bad niece because I don't know your age. That's not fair.
I would ask whether or not any of these slam gurnals had information about birthdays and stuff in there, because it seems to me that you just... Ambie, it seems to me that you just make people do things without, like, purpose. You just want power. It's weird.
I equate you being a bad niece by all your actions, not just one. That's just one of many.
Okay,
Yep.
but
Also put them in a calendar. Someone should get her a nice calendar with, like, a rarity calendar or something, you know? Anyway.
I'm learning.
Then she could remember birthdays and, like, look at photos of the cat that she got rid of to try to stay with a feeder, allegedly, or whatever.
You feel if I tell you I didn't know your birthday?
Zing, thank you for the super chat, honey. Zing says 2 families, both alike in Hecticana.
I'd be like, I'm not surprised. You don't even know how many aunts I have.
Oh god.
What?
That's just I can't with you sometimes.
Well, I'm saying obviously you don't know much about me because I have
I
repeated.
honestly knew you had another aunt, Amber, because I've been questioned about it real recently, right? When I again said, I don't know. I know it was George's sister. Obviously, I know your dad's sister is your aunt. I know these things. I just said I'm your only aunt because I'm talking about from my sister. I wasn't talking about your dad's side or somebody who hasn't been in your life in, you know.
Yeah, she's talking about active aunts, not, like, unactive aunts.
2.5 decades. I mean, I just don't know what to tell you past that. I'm sorry I said I was your only aunt. You have another aunt. Where?
Now, what's my birthday? Friday, thank you for the super chat. Aunt Friday says, Ambie is using a bad debate tactic. If you can't respond to an argument, pick a small irrelevant or inaccuracy and home in. You aren't my only aunt.
Where's she at?
California.
When's the last time you talked to her?
It's been a few years because it's triggering for me.
Yeah, inactive aunt, exactly.
I just,
You don't want to talk about things that happened in your 20s, just years ago, right?
Yeah, remembers her mum's sober date to be able to try to jab at Aunt Tammy getting married on that day, but can't remember someone's birthday date. Noted.
But yet you think it's okay to talk about every single thing that happened since the day you were born and use this as an excuse to be the person that you are today.
Because unfortunately, the things that I went through when I was younger, which I only recently found out a couple years ago, led me to have literally brain deformities, which is what is caused borderline personality disorder. So unfortunately, these are things that I'm dealing with.
Chat, not a professional. Help me out. Is that accurate? I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to learn. BPD brain deformity. That sounds like that's offensive. There's a report from NIH, Neuroimaging and Genetics of Borderline Personality Disorder. Maybe structural brain abnormalities in borderline person. Go get a scan. I'm not trying to figure this out. I don't know. I don't think that sounds accurate. I'm not a professional, neither is Ambie Lynn Reid, and also she pulls diagnoses from TikTok and ChatGPT. So let's not listen. Let's speak to professionals before we start talking about brain deformities. Yeah. Show us. Yeah. Good.
Every single day.
So
And I'm
A problem with brain chemicals. Okay. Sure. 2012 structural brain. You know what? I do not need to be going down this rabbit hole. This is not the time.
To get help,
and I'm
Amber,
trying
so you keep hurting
and I'm
people in the
trying
ways.
and I'm trying.
Yeah, cognitive disorder, right? Personality driven, not physical. you know what? Ambie, you, whatever. What the fuck ever.
Very, very,
Brain deformities, I used the wrong word. I see you, Resi.
very hard to learn the difference between excuse and reason, because I am tired of making excuses, and now it's just a reason for the way I am and the reason for the way I've acted in the past and current times. And I'm trying very hard to focus on being a better person.
Well, I sincerely...
Yeah, because I was thinking it might be like the neurons and the like connections between them, but just like talking about it as chemistry makes a lot more sense as opposed to a brain deformity. A chemical abnormality? Is that what she means? Structural? I don't know. Graveyard, thank you for the super chat, honey. Graveyard says, having a brain shaped like a chicken nugget does not BPD make. Fair.
The reason
Fair.
for the way I am and the reason for the
Acknowledged.
way I've acted in the past and current times. And I'm trying very hard to focus on being a better person.
Well, I sincerely wish you all the best in that. You do need some professional help. I know you say that you've gotten it from
Somebody, I know, 90% chance she's not wearing pants. I agree.
time to time, but just sitting over a phone call or a video is not extensive help. You need really inpatient at the end of the day, but I know that will never happen.
So this is where Auntie Lynn is discussing Ambie's healthcare team.
Well, I sincerely wish you all the best in that. You do need some professional help. I know you say that you've gotten it from time to time, but just sitting over a phone call or a video is not extensive help.
That one.
You need really inpatient at the end of the day, but I know that will never happen. But you really do. You really need to take some of your money that you're making off this crap and get yourself some real help from a real counselor, face-to-face, weekly meetings.
Yeah, so bizarre that you had an entire healthcare team allegedly for 11 months in the lead up to weight loss surgery that you pulled out of at the 11th hour. But you didn't keep up with the therapy, allegedly. Weird, so weird. Also so weird that, like, BED just stopped being a thing. Because, you know, you, like, blinked. Very strange. It's almost like we shouldn't believe the BPD conversation at all because things just fucking change.
True medication that can help you, and maybe you can come out on the other side. But all this, the phone calls, you know, the apps and all that, it's not the same. It's not the same. And you do self-diagnose a lot. I hear it. And so you do have some issues. I'm not saying that you don't. Of course you do.
May I know?
But you need professional help to diagnose and treat.
May I know what I have self-diagnosed myself as?
Oh my God, so many.
BED? I think that one was the self-diagnosed one that just, like, evaporated and didn't exist anymore.
Just watch your videos. I don't have time for it.
If it's so
There's too
many.
Also ASMR and OBCD and glasses. I think she diagnosed herself with nearsightedness. That was the Crystal era. Because Crystal also wore glasses.
I would like you just to name one then.
Oh, OCD, 100% down, yes.
Just anything. OCD?
That was...
BPD? BPOPD? I don't know. Put all the letters in there. I don't give a fuck.
She's kind of losing the argument here, but, like, there's a point to be made in this.
BPD. See, this is where it's like, you're supposed to be my aunt, and whether you're angry or not...
Yeah, I was supposed to be. I'm not no more.
Whether you're angry or not, like, I don't understand, like, how it's so easy for you to mock mental illnesses that I have.
Amber, I have just as many labels, if not more, than you do. Documented.
Now it's a competition. Everybody needs to put down their sticks. The fact of the matter is, Ambie Lynn undoubtedly has stuff going on. Whether or not Ambie Lynn has been appropriately diagnosed for half of the shit that she has said on this platform for the last 13 years, doubtful and dubious, because she is this corner of the internet's modern retelling of The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Wolf is mental health diagnoses.
Approved, treated, you name it. I would never make light. It takes a lot to get through these things, but it takes a lot of work that I put into it. You got me to this point because I've held on for so long. And every time I turn on the fucking TV and I look into my niece, I see more and more and more. And it's disgusting.
And if you get this agitated watching any of these nincompoops on the internet, take a break. Take a break. We'll be here later.
I think that maybe something what you need to do is probably log off and stop watching my YouTube.
I've tried that before. Do I need to show those fucking receipts too? Well, I told you I need to quit watching your videos for my own mental health. And then the text comes, Auntie, are you watching my videos again? No. I really wish you would watch them.
That is so fucking dirty. Can I just say, listen to this. Listen to this. This is slimy. This makes me physically ill.
More and more. And it's disgusting.
I think that maybe something what you need to do is probably log off and stop watching my YouTube.
I've tried that before. Do I need to show those fucking receipts too?
Woo.
Where I told you I need to quit watching your videos for my own mental health?
Yes, Auntie Lynn seems like she's got a lot going on in that moment, but she's very passionate about her family chat.
And then the text comes, Auntie, are you watching my videos again? No. I really wish you would watch them. I'm sorry, Amber, I can't right now. I am not just another YouTuber. I am your aunt. I want to build a relationship with you, not through YouTube. I shouldn't find out about everything about your life through your YouTube channel. And
It's kind of true.
until you can do that, I'm not watching no more. A couple weeks later, you come back. You watching my videos again? You don't give a fuck about my mental health.
You are talking about things that genuinely
20
happened
years ago, yeah.
so long ago. It's like crazy.
It doesn't. So if things that happened years and years ago don't matter, then quit
No,
bringing
they,
up your
they
past as if
definitely,
they do.
Yes, say it louder, Tammy.
You are talking about things that genuinely
20
happened
years ago, yeah.
so long ago. It's like crazy.
It doesn't. So if things that happened years and years ago don't matter, then quit
No,
bringing up
they,
your
they
past as if
definitely
they do.
they definitely matter, but like I'm trying to understand, because the whole point of all of this that is happening is because of like recent things within the last couple of years, and I'm genuinely
I don't know, Tammy seems to have a bit of a chip on her shoulder when it comes to like the way she's been treated by multiple people in this family, which could be unpacked with like counseling, family therapy, you know, a barbecue. Family barbecues fix a lot of things.
confused, and I still stay confused, and we've been on this conversation for an hour, and it's like I still don't have an answer.
Because people like you can't see it for what it is. It's just that clear. I mean, I could talk till I'm blue in the face till midnight, and
Okay.
we'll probably still stay right here with you not understanding
Okay.
what's right in front of your face.
Here's another question. Why, after Thanksgiving, did you expect our only conversations to be opened by me instead of you?
I really can't answer that 100%. I don't know. I think I was hurt over I just found out I can't see you without your mom. And then it following through where I didn't get to see you. And then, of course, the only time you reached out was when you wanted something. And then, of course, we're working. We work full-time jobs. You know, we don't just sit around every day. So in between all that, it's not like I have all the time in the world. And I think
Ren, you're not wrong.
I was just waiting on you to do the right thing. I've done my part for decades. And then you guys were here. Should have been part of my dream living out, but no, it turned into my own personal hell.
Yeah, because from my point of view, it just seems like you're so mad at my mom, and then now, like, I don't want to insult you, but it just feels like you're bitter that me and my mom are close.
I can see how it comes off that way. Definitely. I think there's more than just that going on. I think there's more than that being the primary driver. Because obviously, like, the whole farms thing with Auntie Lynn from a decade and a half ago had nothing to do with, like, the mum. Yeah, Auntie Lynn's very passionate about her family. I can't tell you exactly where this energy is coming from, but it does feel as if it's coming from someone who's just fucking fed up, to be fair. Ali, thank you for the super chat, lovely. Ali says, oh my god, we're back. Yay! So fed.
And you didn't.
I'm not. I wouldn't have played the middle person all that time if I didn't want you guys close. It doesn't even make sense. This was the goal, you know, the pot at the end of the rainbow was to have my sister clean and you and her enjoy life together. I just didn't know I'd be kicked to the curb in the process. Bitter, I don't think is the right word. Pissed off, I think is more accurate. Because it's disgusting. I don't deserve this.
I genuinely thought I was going to be the one to get, like, I repeatedly would tell my mom she should message you, and like I thought I was going to be the one to help with that, and that's why, like, the 3 times we did see each other when my mom was there, like, I was hoping that was going to help. And it's like, it sucks that it didn't. Like, it's genuinely unfortunate.
I think it would have been a lot easier if Ambie had just reached out to Auntie Lynn and said, hey, I know you and Mama Lynn are fighting. I think it's really awkward and probably best if we just, like, fix that. Do you all want to come to a barbecue?
And I just know that, like,
that's how Ambie could have helped.
Like, I did wrong things, again, like, I've admitted to those, but in the last, like, literally 4 years, I've made sure to be a good niece. I've made sure not to lash out like I used to, especially once I understood why I am the way I am. And it's like, it's made
Yeah, we haven't seen Ambie lash out towards anyone in the last few years, huh?
certain situations easier. So that's why I'm just like so genuinely confused why all of this is happening.
I guess it's that phrase, the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, people can only hold it together for so long, and you push and you push and you put. What's that saying? Slow death by 1,000 cuts, or whatever he said. That was the most accurate statement that I've ever felt. That's how I feel with you. You cut me, 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 and then you say, "Where's their blood?" Because people can only get cut so many times. That's why.
I'm fully aware of like what you're saying, but like, what did I do in the last?
It's what you didn't do in the last chapter. In the last few months, it's what you didn't do.
But you.
Not what you did.
Okay. The thing that you're upset with me for.
Ooh, manipulation. Ew, I hate it.
For not doing is the same thing that you didn't do either.
Well, besides this that's currently going on, what I have learned about you through your relationships that I've been watching, I don't want you in my life anyway. Even if we could amend this, you're a horrible person in my life.
Just saying, like, Auntie Lynn experienced Ambie Lynn Reid in person, in real life, in family. To then also watch, like, reaction channels, documentaries, Snowflake, et al. There has to be some element of truth and correctness when it comes to the opinions of lots of people on the internet. If we could watch her content and be like, this is messy. And then someone in her real life who knows her, is part of her family, watches that content and is like, yeah, that's very Ambie.
Guys know. You're vile. You're self-absorbed. You're manipulative. You're abusive. Not only physically, but mentally. So really all this is for nothing, because there is no fixing this. I will never be in your life, my sister's life, or my mother's life for the rest of my life. And you can take that to the bank and cash it. Have a good night, Amber, and a good life. I wish you nothing but the best. You can talk all your shit that you want online. I give no fucks. Will I still watch it? Probably. Because you're a mind fuck at this point.
Auntie Lynn, I would suggest you not watch Ambie Lynn. She's 15 minutes away from you, honey. You might get the wrong idea.
I'm so mind blown at the way you think and the way you act. It's not really a huge surprise coming from our family, and that's sad in itself, but it is what it is. But I am human too. I have been through my own shit. I have healed from my shit as much as I can. This would only take me back if I continue, and I refuse. Because as a 54-year-old woman, I still have some life to live, and I choose to live it. And I choose to live it without your bullshit in it. And you think it's cute to say I'm obsessed with you, that watched all your videos. That's just weird. There ain't nothing weird about that. I wanted a relationship with my niece, and the only way I got it was through YouTube. I lost, you won. I hope you have a great life.
Bloop. Bloop, bloop. The hang up is very cathartic, chat.
And the only way I got it was through YouTube. I lost, you won. I hope you have a great life.
God, everyone's so dramatic, huh? Yeah.
I didn't even get to say bye.
That's not cute. All right, chat. We're going to call it there because there's only like 10 minutes left of it, and it's not really anything. It's just her sycophants licking her butthole. And essentially playing into exactly what we said at the start of the stream, Ambie Lynn Reid, the victim, being able to basically say, oh, wait, no. Does she say that? Actually, we'll listen to a little bit more.
I don't know.
There's one line coming up that I want to listen to. Molly, thank you for the super chat, honey. Molly says, I think dating a feeder sent Tammy over the edge. She mentioned in text to Mama Lynn, she doesn't want to be around for Ambie eating herself to death. Could you also imagine the strain on that, like, sister relationship? Auntie Lynn being like, hey, my niece should probably not go and live with a documented feeder, like, named Tommy. And then Mama Lynn like, oh, no, don't worry. We're just driving her 19 hours away with the 3 pets. Like, Auntie Lynn would have been, like, mad.
I genuinely am like, I don't know what to say. how do I feel about that? I feel verbally attacked.
Oh, there it
Obviously.
is. There it is. She feels verbally attacked, y'all.
Like, especially like coming from my
She was cornered in a bathroom.
aunt is like just very painful for me.
Yeah, humiliating on all sides. Victim Lynn. Yeah.
And it also makes me sad at the same time because it's like I know my like I know I have issues, like it's obvious. I'm very upfront about them.
No, you're not. You dodge, weave, and use your mental health as an excuse. All right, chat, we're done. I don't want to listen to sad Lynn. Sad Lynn? No, sticky Lynn. Manipulative Lynn. I've got to go. So thank you all so much for enjoying that a second time today. Oh, have fun for us. We'll make this a rotation, I think. Like a yearly celebration. Thank you all so much for being here, chat. Please make sure you take care of yourselves today. If you'd like to hit the like button on the way out, that'd be fabulous. For those of you on the rewatch, thank you for your comments, opinions, and eyeballs, chat. Please make sure you brush your hair and your teeth, wash your face, get your steps in, hug a loved one, don't be a dumpster fire on the internet, make good choices, be good people, reach out to your loved ones, and thank them for not being absolutely bonkers. And I will see you all in the next video and/or live stream.